Welcome in. It's time for another edition of Soccer Over There, live from the Brewhouse Cafe. I'm Jason Longshore. This is John Nelson. You might know us. We're from Soccer Down Here. We're from 92.9 The Game. We cover Atlanta United, high school soccer, college soccer, what have you. It's what we do. And on this show called Soccer Over There, we talk about all the soccer over there. Sometimes that's in Europe. Sometimes that's in South America. Sometimes that's in Africa, Asia, Central America. We'll get into New Zealand from time to time. Nothing in Antarctica as of yet, but give it time. The Penguins might start playing shortly.
So you mentioned all of these places. It's down here, over there, around the corner, around the corner from everywhere. It's just kind of how it goes,
That was a nice try on working in the catchphrase.
Well, I saw that finally show up, and I was
It's been here for a while, John.
Okay, well, I saw it, but I was waiting to see if it was one of the
No.
SDH glasses.
No, those are in rotation.
Okay.
Those are in rotation.
Just
They
checking.
are getting used by the Denzians of the brew house. But yes, it's an around the corner lager kind of evening. That is the presenting sponsor of our own show, Soccer Over There.
There you go.
That is exclusively available here at the Brewhouse Cafe, powered by our friends at Nofo Brewing. Nofo had a good weekend in the FA Cup. Walsall with a big win over the weekend and showing up in the alternate Nofo kits. Really like those.
Yes, and that reminds me, I probably need to grab the alternate kit.
It's sold out. I already wanted one. It's sold out.
Well, and for those that might want to do some requested reading,
yes,
Sky actually caught up with the manager of Walsall about what happened last season, coming up just short in the promotion playoff, and with all of the turnover, with all of the roster. I think it was like 9 different players either in or out, plus another 8 that they were having to think about. So 17 players in turnover, and right now they're at the top of the table on goal difference in League 2.
Looking to get promoted this time around up into League 1. It's a cool story, Walsall, and our connection with Nofo. You've heard Walsall on The Roots. You're going to hear more from Walsall as we go. We're going to have some viewing parties for Walsall here at the Brew House and at the Nofo tap rooms in Gainesville and incoming. Lots of stuff coming up with SDH, with Around the Corner Lager, with Nofo, with the Brew House, with a World Cup draw coming up on December 5th, which is going to be all-day programming here on SDH and on 92.9 The Game. Going to be a very, very busy, month ahead.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And just one request for the EFL schedule makers.
Sure.
When there is a viewing party over here for Walsall, can it just not be the 7:30 a.m. local time?
No. The viewing parties here would be the Tuesday 2:45 games. That's what we're going to do for the Walsall viewing parties.
There we go. Okay, just checking, because that 7:30 wake up call.
No, we're not doing that one. We're doing the 2:45 Tuesdays. About one a month. The Walsall's in that spot, so we've got one coming up. I think the Tuesday after the World Cup draw is going to be our first one.
Sweet.
So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for everything at Soccer Down Here on your social media platforms, at the Brewhouse Cafe on the gram. That's where you can get all the updated news. A team sheet coming up later this evening or early tomorrow. 3 games that we're picking out in the midweek for the Champions League that you need to watch. We're going to talk a lot of Champions League here in just a bit. Make sure you're following Nofo Brewco as well on the gram for all of the latest from all of their different places and things and teams and beers and all of that. But we got to get into Champions League because it's match day 4 starting tomorrow. The big game in this round for me, there's a few big games in this round, but the biggest one is a rematch of a match that we saw here in Atlanta not that long ago in the FIFA Club World Cup in the quarterfinals. Bayern and PSG, both undefeated in the Champions League. Bayern undefeated since that match in matches that count. They have not lost since that game at the Benz. 15 straight for Bayern across all competitions. That's a record European start in anybody. And Milan didn't do it. They got 13. Nobody else has done that. They've scored, I think, 54 goals, and they've conceded 10 in those 15 games. It's wild what Bayern is doing. PSG's been really good as well. Not quite at the same level they were last year. Not quite at that same level that Bayern has been. They've dropped a result in Ligue 1, which is a little more competitive than it's been typically. Couple of things to look for in this, and we saw it in that match in Atlanta. I think it's going to be really similar in this. Which team is able to dictate the way that the match goes with their counter pressure, the way that they defend? which team is going to disrupt the other one more? I don't know. I think in the past that was a pretty easy answer with PSG, and you saw it in that match here in Atlanta. Bayern is flying right now under Vincent Kompany. He's already earned himself an extension. This Bayern team is on fire right now. Luis Enrique said that their consistency is the benchmark when we talk about Champions League and we talk about this current run. PSG have lost only 2 of their last 41 home group games. Bayern have won 13 out of 15 against French clubs. The numbers are all like XG in the last 3 games. It's 8.2 and 7.9. So it's super, super even. If Bayern is able to win a 16th straight, like not 15 unbeaten, 15 straight wins.
Yeah.
If they win a 16th straight and they get a little bit of revenge against PSG, that's the game to watch in Champions League for me.
No question. I think they get Dembele back as a part
That's
of
the
this.
report, yeah.
And so you would have Dembele, Barcola, and Kvaratskhelia. And then you got that going up against Elise Diaz and Harry Kane. So I think probably one of the juice box sidebars in this one might be the total to kind of stare at that one. I'm thinking this might be out of control shenanigans.
Why do you think it's going to be a high scoring game? These are 2 great defensive teams.
Because that's exactly what happens. Usually when we sit there and we promote everything that goes on about 2 great defensive teams, it goes the other direction. If we were talking about 2 great offenses, it would be a goalless draw or something 1-1 or 1-0. Just because we keep promoting it as one way, it obviously means the other is going to happen.
John, I'm going to give you a tip here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very important tip.
Yeah.
We're trying to establish that we know what we're talking about. When you tell people that the opposite of what we say is going to happen, it kind of doesn't work that way. So don't play that game. We know what we're talking about.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that as much as we talk about it that way,
you're saying that we're going to be wrong. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that no matter how much we know and how much we break it all down to sit there and talk about things logically in matches like this, logic never happens, and that's why you go with the absolute opposite.
Logic happened last year in the final because I told y'all PSG was going to win. I didn't know if they'd win 5-0, but they did.
No.
Yeah, like, look, this is going to be a big time matchup. They're both going to get through. I think they're both going to finish in the top 8 and automatically make it into the knockout round. They're not going to have to go through the playoff round. But this is a really good test. I think Bayern's in a little bit better form right now when we talk about where things sit with this. I think Bayern's in a better position. They do have to go to Paris here. I think Bayern gets it done. I think they get a at least get a draw out of this, which would be a win for them in Paris.
Yeah.
I don't know which way I'm going to go on this one. It's not part of our picks of the week, so I'm not obligated to make a pick. I do think Bayern gets a result. I don't know if they get to 16 wins in a row, and a lot of it's going to depend on how Dembele actually looks. Coming back is one thing, but is he effective? Mm-hmm. He's going to give a boost to this PSG team. It's been battling injuries. They've had some bad luck with that. I think PSG ultimately is my favorite to win the Champions League again.
Agreed.
That's how I felt coming into it. I'm staying with that, but I think they might drop points here.
Yeah, I was going to go, and the reason I asked if it was picks of the week, so that way if we were going to sit there and volunteer an idea, I didn't want to make sure that it was going to.
I'm not stealing your picks, John. Your picks are bad. I'm not stealing your picks.
True, but no, I was actually, PSG in the juice boxes is a slight favorite at a plus 150 compared to Bayern at a plus 158 in the composite, courtesy of our friends at Odds Portal. I was going to go because of the hot form that we've had, or the white hot form that we've had from Bayern, having to go to Paris, not knowing about Dembele and how many minutes you were going to get from him, integrating and all that kind of stuff. I literally was looking at a draw in this one.
You always look at a draw?
No, not last week, and you show what happened.
You almost always look at draws, and you almost always pick the draws. So I'm not surprised that would be your recommendation when it comes to this one.
There you go.
Bam says the biggest game this week is easily Melbourne victory versus Melbourne City. Yeah. Our Australian viewer is chiming in early on.
Good morning, Bam.
Good morning, Bam. Let's get into another big game of this round of Champions League. Liverpool and Real Madrid. Both 3-0 as well. So that's 4 teams that we've talked about that are at 3-0 in this version of Champions League. You got Trent Alexander-Arnold going back to Anfield. He's going to get booed.
Yep.
Should he get booed, John?
He ain't wearing the Liverpool uniform anymore.
So
I think that when the match starts, you give him the conditional applause.
I don't think he's going to get that.
You give him the conditional applause going in, but then the second he walks in the door, then every time he touches the ball, boo.
You're a mean fan. I thoroughly disagree with that sentiment. I really do. It is morning time. No. Sorry, it's afternoon time in Australia.
Happy
for
lunch.
Bam.
Happy lunch then.
Yes, you're just past brunch, Bam. No, I don't like that at all, and I'll tell you why. Like, this isn't like a random guy who came to Liverpool and was good there for a few years and then left. This is a kid from their academy. I don't think it's correct to be harsh to him. If you don't want to cheer him, that's fine. I have no problem with that. Like, I go round and round about how you honor guys in a situation. Certain guys deserve a big celebration when they come back, but I think sometimes that gets overdone. I understand if you don't want to do that here if you're Liverpool, and it's a Champions League game, and it's a little bit different format and the way all the pre-match goes. I understand if Liverpool doesn't want to have a video for Trent and doesn't want to do that. That's fine. That's fine. When his name gets announced, if you don't want to cheer, that's fine. I do think you should not boo. I think that is thoroughly disrespectful to a kid who came through your academy and chose to leave, not to go to anywhere, to go to one of the storied clubs in the world. I don't think the way that he was treated on the way out the door was fair or right. And I was disappointed in how that turned out. I'm going to be disappointed in how this turns out tomorrow because I think he's going to get booed out of the building. He's going to have to handle it. He said Liverpool will always be home, no matter how I'm received. I think it should be. It should be looked at that way. I think it's a shame that it's not. I think we're getting into a stage where it's just too easy to boo and be critical and be nasty. Mm-hmm. And I wish that wasn't the case, especially when we're talking about somebody who came to your academy.
He's a part of your fabric.
You wanted to boo him.
If I was there, look, I have no dog in the fight. I'm just, to your point,
would you boo Otani if he came back and you were at an Angels game, since that's your team? Would you boo Otani?
No, because I boo my front office for screwing it up.
Why isn't that the talk about Liverpool?
It should be.
They didn't offer him a good enough contract to keep him.
And that's on them.
Why isn't that the conversation?
Because, as you said, these days it is far easier to go with the negative emotion off the top instead of putting thought into your response.
I think it's a real shame, and I wish that wasn't the case. And it's not going to change. It's only going to go more the other way. Virgil van Dijk under some scrutiny as well. He's been in a spat with Wayne Rooney on the blogs and the podcasts and the vlogs and all the places. Wayne Rooney said that the leadership, I guess, had been lacking a little bit, and Van Dijk said that's a lazy take, and they've been back and forth, and Rio Ferdinand jumped in. He said that Van Dijk is still the benchmark for defenders. Yay or nay?
I mean, with what's been happening at the back for Liverpool, I mean, I would say Van Dijk in his prime
he said still the benchmark, not talking about his prime, because he's not in his prime anymore, in my opinion.
No, and that's the thing. It's like if he's the benchmark and he's on the downside of the bell curve, is he the benchmark? I would say no. If he is on that side of the curve, I would say no, that he's not.
I don't think he is anymore.
If he was here or if he was on this side of the bell curve or here, I would say yes. But he's on that side of the bell curve, so I'm intending to say no.
I think he's still excellent.
No doubt.
But I don't think he's the benchmark. I think he's just off of that. And I don't think that Rooney's completely off base with questioning the leadership of this Liverpool team and the way that they've looked this season.
Yeah.
You know, that's a valid thing to talk about with the way that Salah has looked, the way the team has looked. They've lost 4 of their last 6 in all competitions. Yeah. I mean, that's a problem. Can it be fixed? Absolutely. It can be fixed. It's not, they're not a bad team, but there are questions about this team right now. There's more questions than just the leadership. I think to put it all on that, and I don't believe that's what Rooney was doing, but to put it all on that, yeah, I disagree. I'd say that's lazy. But to say that's a factor, I think that's fair. And I think the leaders in this Liverpool team have to look in the mirror a little bit. Dean Huijsen spoke ahead of this match, and he talked about Kylian Mbappe, said he can't be in bad form, just won the Golden Boot in La Liga. He is a monster. He is the kind of monster that when you talk about Real Madrid, I think it's still a work in progress with Xabi Alonso and the way that he wants this team to play. I think he's still trying to get Vinny to buy in. Carlo Ancelotti is trying to help with that, and he's talking to Vinny, saying, "Hey, you need to give Alonso a little bit of love here. You need to settle down." And Carlo's got that kind of relationship with him, and he's his manager on the national team now. So that's going to be a dynamic to this that maybe hadn't truly been considered. I think Real Madrid will be great under Xabi Alonso. I do think it's going to take a year to fully get there because as you're hearing out of the Spanish press, and the Spanish press puts the SEC football press to shame.
You ain't kidding.
The Spanish press has been talking about Real Madrid having players who talk about getting lazy. They kind of did under Carlo Ancelotti, which it sounded very similar to how Barcelona got under Frank Rijkaard. Any manager who's at a club for an extended period of time and has success runs the risk of the team getting fat and lazy. Yep. Not literally fat. In some cases, it has happened, but fat and lazy. They don't work as hard. They don't put the same effort into meeting the standard. They don't do the things that made them successful because they've won everything. Maybe that's some of the issue with Liverpool right now. I think Xabi Alonso is going to change that because he's very demanding. So it's a huge culture shift to go from Carlo, who's the ultimate player manager and maybe got a little lax, to Xabi Alonso, who is trying to prove himself in La Liga, knows the league, won with Real Madrid, and is trying to prove himself as a young manager and maybe pushing a little extra hard to do that. I think you're going to break some more eggs this year as you go. They'll be worth it in the long run. And I think Real Madrid will stick with Xabi and get it right. But maybe one of those eggs that gets broken is Vinny.
Yeah.
Maybe this campaign, ultimately, although they've got the lead in La Liga, we'll see if it holds up. Vinny might be the one that has to go to set the new standard. You've got a contract extension to talk about. You've got crazy money being offered from Saudi Arabia, allegedly. It's going to get really weird with Real Madrid. But this match right now, two teams that I think it can be really weird. Liverpool, it is really weird. Real Madrid, they're getting through the weirdness. This is at Anfield, though. What are you thinking going into this match about what do the juice boxes say about who's favored?
Juice boxes have Liverpool as a favorite at a plus 143. Real Madrid is a plus 166.
Really even.
And draws a plus 287. Remember, in this one, Liverpool is going to be without Isak. And
that doesn't mean much this year.
Also, Alisson and Jeremy Frimpong, who will not be available, I think, in this match as well. So what's it going to look like between the sticks for Liverpool in this one? And, I look at recent form where Liverpool is, as you mentioned, they're 2-4 in their last 6, and Real Madrid's 13 of 14. So, is this in picks of the week, by the way?
No.
Okay, so I'm leaning Real Madrid in this one.
I'm thinking Liverpool gets it right here because they're so good in Europe at home. 15 straight home wins. Real Madrid only 2 wins in their last 9 against English clubs, 4 losses, 3 draws in it. I worry about Mbappe breaking Liverpool in counter situations because they've been prone to that. But I think the bigger issue, and I wonder how Alonso decides to deploy Mbappe, I would want him running into those wide channels because Liverpool's got a problem with the fullbacks both going and maybe not going fully in sync with the rest of the group. So they're exposed wide, and then that exposes Van Dijk's age and everything else. I would want Mbappe to push wider quite a bit. You can make that work. Xabi's a crafty guy, and I think as we see more and more when we start talking about positions and formations, they don't really mean jack anymore,
right?
Because it's more about individual situations and creating mismatches and creating 1v1s. There's a lot of basketball to it. You want to get the matchup you want, and sometimes we see it in basketball with pick and rolls. We see it with switches defensively. You want to get to the matchup more than you want to worry about what formation it is on the lineup sheet. I think Mbappe, you want to get him wide. You want to make Van Dijk come chase him. You want to let Mbappe run past him. If Real Madrid can do that, they're going to be successful in this one. I don't think they're going to be able to overcome the aura of Anfield. And I think Liverpool is going to get the win. And maybe with a win over the weekend and a win here, maybe they start to turn it and right the ship a little bit. Let's stay in Spain. FC Barcelona, Marcus Rashford, a little bit of talk about Barca. They're on 7 points in the Champions League right now. Or no, they're on 6 points, actually. They lost to PSG, 2 wins. Rashford's really starting to come together for Barcelona, and he's a little bit different kind of player. And I think at times in a Barcelona system, and Hansi Flick is not the traditional Barcelona manager. So he's interpreting the Barcelona way maybe more than he feels the Barcelona way. So having somebody like Rashford, who's not a typical Barcelona kind of player, is fascinating because he gives you a different element. He gives you a different look and feel than a typical Barca player. He's a little more north-south. He just gives you a different feel, but then he's adapting to kind of meet everything halfway, which is good to see. Flick wants more goals out of him, for sure. He's got 6 in 14 games since his loan from Manchester United. He cuts in from the left. I like how Rashford is doing at Barca. I think Barca's had more injuries than they've been able to really cope with so far this season. They're going to be in the mix all the way through. I would like to pass a memo to every commentator worldwide who does a Barcelona game. Don't be shocked when they play a high line, because they're going to, and they're not going to stop. And if they have a lead, they're going to continue to do it. And if they're chasing a game, guess what? They're going to play a high line. And if they've given up a goal because they played a high line, guess what? They're still going to play a high line. It's not going to go away, because that's part of Hansi Flick's system. That's honestly part of Barcelona's DNA. It's maybe just a little more exaggerated under Hansi Flick. That's what they're going to do. You can't flip a switch and say, oh, we just gave up a goal, we're going to drop off. No, that's not what you do. When you have principles of play, you always lean into them. When things go against you, you double down on your principles of play. That's what Hansi Flick wants to be measured by. Worked pretty well for him last year. Won La Liga, won multiple trophies, didn't win the Champions League, but that series with Inter was as good as it gets. It could have went either way. Barca's going to be just fine. And I really think Rashford gives them a little bit different dynamic this year.
When you have, and to your point, when you have someone who is atypical to your style and to your approach, and you bring him in to be a part of a new dynamic, so you have this ingredient. Okay, this just popped into my head, and you probably, after about 7 seconds, you're probably going to shoot.
I might need another beer for this one.
Yeah. All right. So when it comes to ham and pineapple on a pizza.
Oh, boy. Here we go. You're about to really create controversy.
It's not stuff that you would sit there and say should be typical ingredients on a pizza. True?
No, it's not.
So then there are those that still like that on their pizza.
Yes.
So to me, in a way, Marcus Rashford is that odd ingredient that you like on a pizza that a lot of folks may sit there and go, why are you putting that there? But when it goes on to the pie, for some folks, it works. They like it when it's added as an atypical ingredient. And so I think that that's what you're getting right now with Marcus Rashford in this version of the club. And you're seeing what something different can do. And if he meets you halfway, then you're seeing the success that's there.
Are you using Marcus Rashford at Barcelona to try to promote ham and pineapple on pizza?
I don't like it. I'm just saying that there are some things that
You don't like it?
No.
Are you offended by it?
No.
But you don't like it?
I just, look, Steve Taylor, who I used to work with in Atlanta television. You might remember Steve.
I know the name.
So Steve was the weekend anchor and the sports director at Channel 46.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just absolutely loved ham and pineapple on a pizza because of all of the contradictory things that were in play. It was a little bit of the sour with the pineapple and a little bit of the bland with the ham that goes on the cheese. And
a little bit of the bland with the ham.
That's what, to me, it was. That's what it was. I wasn't a fan of ham and pineapple on a pizza, but he was.
Okay.
But I think that, once again, you have folks that just enjoy different ingredients on pizza, and you let it be their thing. I'm more of a traditionalist.
Well, let me hear about your tradition. Yes, D. Graham. Nick would need to give his opinion on this. I already sent out the bat signal for this one. What is your traditional pizza then?
I'm just a pepperoni and whole wheat crust guy.
Whole wheat crust. Yeah. It's not necessarily traditional, John.
Well, but the ingredient is traditional. Give me pepperoni, extra cheese on whole wheat, and I'm fine.
Okay, I mean that's fine. That's traditional. Do you have a margarita pizza? Do you know what a margarita pizza is?
I know how to spell it. I don't know what it is.
You don't know what a traditional margarita pizza is. Do you know how to spell it?
Gherit.
Okay, you do know how to spell it. I'm impressed. Mm-hmm. You should try it sometime. It's very good.
Okay.
Actually, I think that's probably more traditional in the real sense than a pepperoni pizza.
Okay.
In an Italian sense.
Yeah.
The Argentines get crazy with their pizzas. Messi has shown us. You put out the bat signal and Jarrett Smith shows up. Let's get Jarrett Smith into the mix. Jarrett, John was trying to talk about Marcus Rashford at Barcelona, and I was talking about how he's a little bit different kind of player, and he's trying to figure out the Barca way and meeting them halfway, and it's adding some different elements to Barcelona. And John started talking about ham and pineapple on pizza. Your thoughts, Jarrett Smith?
I'm so proud of you, John. I'm so proud of you, John.
Why are you proud of him?
The ham and pineapple is a perfectly fine pizza option.
I mean, it's like, look, I'm not going to order it.
Yeah.
If it's there, I'm going to eat it. Like, I don't hate it, but do I want to order it, and do I feel like it is normal? No. I'm going to say no. If it's there and that's my choice, I'll eat it. I'm not like offended by it.
No, you shouldn't be offended
Some
by
people
it.
Are. Nick probably is.
Nick is going to be, because if you cut him open, a good red sauce would come out. Not like ragu out the
right.
Yeah.
But like a good homemade, like someone's Nona made a really good red sauce. That's what comes out if you cut Nick open. However, the ham and pineapple is fine. It holds a special place for me personally because growing up, my mom used to get that. It was just me and her. Like, she would do some nights, like we would go down to, and there's this place called in Marietta called Pizza K.
Yeah.
That we go get a ham pineapple pizza. You could get that, a 2-liter of Sprite, whatever, Coke, whatever you want it to be, and then a pint of Ben and Jerry's.
That's a combo.
And like, we should put a blanket out in the living room, and we would sit there and eat that and watch a movie. So ham and pineapple pizza will always hold a special place.
Oh, fair enough. So that brings.
But it is, and however, I feel like the hatred of it is performative in many instances.
That's where I'm at. Like, is it going to be my first, second, third, fourth, or fifth choice? No, none of the above.
No.
Will I eat it if somebody else wants it? Yeah, I'll have ham and pineapple on pizza if somebody else wants it. I'm not like horrified by it. So yeah, I will probably go. And I was asking John if he knew what was on a margarita pizza, and he didn't know how to spell it, Jarrett. So that's a step in the right direction.
I mean, I was close.
No, you knew you knew how to spell it. You were not close because you had no guess on what was on it.
Oh, I have no idea what was on it. I knew how to spell it. Yeah.
The messy pizza was 2024, I believe.
No, was it? I thought it was 23. I thought it was the first game.
No, you're right. It's 23. You are correct. Yeah. It was 2023.
Yeah, because wasn't that the game that didn't Saba go off that game?
He did. Everybody went off in that game. That was the game that pissed us off. I speak collectively here, and forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn for other people, because that was the game where people around the league, and especially the talking heads who write, finally noticed that Atlanta had shifted formation and Gonzo was tucking Brooks Lennon in from playing a real right back spot. That in build-up play, he was tucking inside and flooding the middle of the field and providing another option. And
took him a while.
Sergio Busquets was in hell. He did not know what to do.
No.
Because he did not know who to cover, because he is one man whose legs are at this point made of like fiberglass.
Yep.
But that was the game where they're like, oh, Gonzalo Pineda's trying to do some tactical stuff. Like, bitch, he'd been doing it for like a month at that point.
Yeah, that was nothing new by that stage.
No, but that was I think Leo Campana scored an early goal that was like either deflected or an own goal or something.
No, there was a.
Oh no, that was the worldie. That was the worldie.
Yeah.
But then Atlanta just basically like turned their head and popped their neck, and then just absolutely annihilated Miami the rest of that game because people were irate because that was going to be the first Miami game in Atlanta with Messi. And the ticket sales were through the roof. People were buying tickets and then reselling them for like over $1,000. And then he didn't show up. And Miami got absolutely pantsed by Atlanta.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
That's a great game. Again, Atlanta has, aside from this game, let me give two. There were two games. There is the first game with Messi in Leagues Cup, and there was the last game at the end of this season. Those are really the only two where, like, otherwise Atlanta's played Messi Miami as well as anyone in the league, and I'm convinced it's because they're either tactically disciplined enough, or they were at some points too.
Sorry, we have a special guest like walking in. The bat signal went off, and Nick Alifi appeared.
Oh my Lord!
We have to set up another microphone for Nick Alifi. My God!
But that was ever since every time.
Seriously, nobody ever seen the Inquisition coming. Hold on, I got to set another mic up, John. You got to find a chair.
Sure. All right. That's good. All right, hang on.
You're gonna sit there. You're good.
All right. So I'm gonna find a chair.
Keep going, Jared. Sorry.
No. Like Atlanta did the thing that most teams don't do is everybody drops back, like Chris Berman, and gets so deep in, it exposes those cutback passes. Atlanta was either brave, stupid, or both, and would not keep dropping and played a high enough line, not a super high line, a high enough line to cut out those cutback crosses and eliminate a lot of what Messi Miami did. Like, again, this year, Atlanta's broken at the end of the year. It's basically like Batman after Bane takes him over the knee. And then aside from that, you also had
the game this year doesn't count. I mean, that was
the Leagues Cup game where like half of Atlanta's roster was too starstruck to play, which still pisses me off. You go get his autograph after the game. You have to play 90 minutes with this man, and they didn't want to. They were too starstruck.
Santiago Sosa has redeemed himself in life after that game, except for Marcos Rojo smashing his face. Yes. There's that. My God, Nick, I was not ready for this.
Well, this is a fantastic surprise.
I was not prepared for Nick Alifi walking in here at the brew house after we start talking about pizza.
We were just talking about you, Nicholas.
We almost have him mic'd up if I could get this thing screwed in. So I was not ready for this.
But yeah, man, so that was 2023. It was the Pizza L game, the Pizza L game 4-card. That was the one where Atlanta United made the post-game picture was the pizza shaped like an L. It was beautiful. 10 out of 10.
That was a win.
Yep.
What's up, Nick Alifi?
Well, I was in Midtown Atlanta, and I felt compelled by the force to leave the Georgia Tech area and immediately race down here.
You just started driving in this direction. You didn't know what it was, and then you saw the message.
Yeah. I immediately.
Because it took me a minute.
He was compelled.
Yeah, I kind of blinked and I woke up here.
Force.
Yeah, it was like there was significant pressure and like the world started getting wavy.
Yep.
And I'm here now.
So your thoughts on pineapple and ham on pizza?
There are people in this world who want terrible things. I can't do anything about it. Okay. There are people who look at a beautiful painting and they're like, I don't understand it. This is horrible. Okay. This is why we have a male loneliness epidemic right now, is because on a first date, you have somebody sitting
son.
And you have like some nice lady who's like, hey, I think maybe I would like some pizza, and some goon is sitting across from her like, oh, why don't I put pepperoni and ham and pineapple? And she's like, I'm out. This is terrible.
And you wonder why.
There's a male loneliness epidemic, right? Look, see, I'm a married man. I know what I'm talking about here. I mean, if you have problems, I feel bad for you.
Yep. Oh, mine's gone, actually.
New problem.
Sorry. I took mine off to make dinner.
I'm just saying.
You made shepherd's pie for dinner tonight.
Jared went in a completely different direction. Yes.
Well, good for him.
I made shepherd's pie, and now I have rum and ginger ale.
Oh, rum and ginger ale.
Rum and ginger ale. That's
Look
an
at
interesting
that.
combo.
That's magnificent.
It's dinner drink.
And for the kid who doesn't really love shepherd's pie, did a pan-seared salmon. So
Wow.
I can't go wrong with that.
Pan-seared
All right.
salmon for
Look at that.
for Ivy
Very
Bowl.
solid.
They're eating big out in Utah.
Very solid. Very solid.
My child is basically a dolphin. She will eat any fish known to mankind. Doesn't really love chicken or beef or pork. Any fish you put on her plate, gone.
Huh.
I thought you were trying to tease Picks of the Week with the dolphin reference.
Oh.
No, I'm going to save that for anybody. Alex, it is kind of, but it's a ginger ale, not a ginger beer. I can't find a good ginger beer out here.
I was about to say I don't know the Dark and Stormy.
If I
Dark and Stormy is ginger beer. And
who's bringing this buffoonery?
Who do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, 4-card. My kid eats salmon. Like, she would eat salmon every day, I think, if
I was trying to.
Last night I made barramundi. She ate that.
Try to explain yourself, Jarrett, or try to explain yourself, John, before you get thrown out onto the patio.
We were explaining Marcus Rashford and his impact at Barcelona.
Okay.
And where Barcelona, we are used to seeing them play a certain way.
Okay.
And so Marcus Rashford comes in as that atypical ingredient on that dish that you like. And so I thought it was like putting a pineapple on a pizza.
That's what happened, Nick. I put out the bat signal, and this is Jared appears, and then you literally appear.
Yeah.
I know how Colonel Kurtz felt now in Apocalypse Now.
I needed Nick. I needed backup.
Like I could sit there, I'm just like rubbing my head, like, are you near the river, Willard? I mean, we're this is where we are now. Oh man.
Yeah, pretty much.
My wife doesn't even know I'm here. Literally, like I went completely off the reservation. Said I'm coming straight down.
Something is compelling me to go to the brew house.
Something's very wrong in the universe. I have to go and stop it.
It happens. It happens, especially when John starts talking. It happens.
4-card comes in. Nick is Bane, and John is Batman.
I'm Batman.
That's mistaken.
I'm Batman.
Bam wants to open a fish and chip shop in Salt Lake City, Utah now for Jarrett's family.
Wow.
It's a double landlocked state. This is a terrible idea.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if you do it really well, like they wouldn't even be used to that. So that could go really well.
Yeah.
They also don't have any Waffle Houses out here. So
That's absurd.
That is so.
My plan still is to move to Scotland and open a Waffle House, like franchise out a Waffle House.
Go
And
over,
open
like,
it in Glasgow. Open it in Glasgow. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. I would actually like to franchise a Waffle House to Utah because I don't think they'd know what hit them.
That would be, yes.
That'd be work.
They do like fried food. Some of the stuff like the scramble bowls would go over really well. This is casserole country.
Yeah.
So they would eat that up literally and figuratively.
What do we think of Jarrett? $2 million in liquid assets for that?
Is it?
We think of $2 million in liquid
I
assets
wonder
for
how much
a
it
Waffle
takes.
House?
Well, you got to also consider how much, what kind of overhead you're talking about with a Waffle House between the land, which is probably going to be owned. It's the same philosophy that Red Lobster used before their private equity BS that ruined them.
Yes, that is true.
And also the cost of ingredients.
Well, and you also need servers / line cooks / security.
No, you got to import that. You can't. No,
you can't train that.
No, you've got to. You've got to go down to Statesboro. You got to go Cruton.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to go down to Statesboro, Georgia.
I think you go like JUCO, the ones who don't go up to the D1s. You go get one of the JUCOs.
Yeah,
you're getting on the green line of MARTA and going past every stop. You get off the train, find the first Waffle House, and grab one person out of there.
So, all right, we're gonna make you rich.
Like,
it's time to come to Utah.
Yeah, Raven County.
Also, Bam says they're getting a Wendy's at the end of the month in Australia.
Wendy's to Australia.
I don't know how to feel about that. Baconator's a lot.
Total startup costs right there.
Honestly, Wendy's, I think
1.5 is the high end.
No, 1.5 is the high end of a Waffle House.
Well, and the franchise fee can go from $30 to $300. Total startup $600 to $1.50.
$2 million.
Yeah. I go good.
$2 million would also give us $2 million would also give us money to float with while we waited for profitability.
Yeah, see, that's smart. You guys are smart. All right, we'll find $2 million and we'll do this. Until we do, Wendy's in Australia, get a Frosty, Bam. That's cool.
Frosty and French fries. I'm assuming that Australia will do a unique.
There'll be something. Actually. Yeah, there'll be something special. you can try the chili once. It's meh. Double stack. The double stack is the go-to at the Wendy's.
Well, let's go ahead and look at the real question here.
What is the real question?
The real question here for the Wendy's in Australia, is this going to be a unique Wendy's like we had?
I'm looking at the menu right now. I'm looking at the Australian menu right now.
Are we getting the super bar in Australia?
If you get a super bar, Bam, you need to go and just like take a day and be there. Like I missed the super bar.
The super bar was
okay. So instead of the Baconator, it's called the Bacon Mater with an M.
Well, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Same philosophy.
Is it beef or kangaroo meat?
It's beef. I've had kangaroo meat, and kangaroo meat's delicious.
Really?
Also the best. Yes.
It's a Wendy's gas station?
That's actually a good question.
Huh. If you ever are in the Marietta Square, there's an Australian bakery in the Marietta Square, right next to where Eddie's Trick Shop used to be.
Yeah.
The guy who owns it is Australian. I never got to ask where he's from. He's a super nice guy. Because he asked me if I played Aussie rules one time, and I told him no, and he's like, "Oh, you should play." I'm like, "No, I've seen that shit. I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm not built for that." But it's because I was tall. I could high point a ball. But the Australian bakery is amazing, and they had a kangaroo burger there one time. One of the best burgers I've ever had in my life. But I used to go there on Saturday mornings.
Never tried kangaroo.
Never tried kangaroo meat. All right, so I need a breakdown here.
Everybody's on it.
Yes,
because I've eaten alligator, right, and it's like chewy.
Yeah.
It's like chewy chicken.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a huge fan.
Salted alligator's good. Bear's
like a fried
greasy
kind of nugget form, it's okay.
Yeah,
but
Yeah. So okay, I need a breakdown of kangaroo
fish nuggets.
What Jarrett, you've had it?
Kangaroo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, the one I had was really good. I used to go there because Ivy used to do they had like a kids yoga class down at the square, so we used to drop her off. And I used to go get breakfast there, and they'd have like these Australian breakfast pie, like a Ned Kelly pie, that was so good. I would get that, and I forget the name. It starts with a B, but it's a brand of ginger beer. But I used to get like in a little glass bottle, and then a Ned Kelly pie, and like sit out on the square and just have that for breakfast. It was a wonderful, wonderful morning. The kangaroo is delicious. The kangaroo meat is delicious. I've had a burger that was great, and the best first baseman's mitt I ever had in my Bundaberg ginger beer.
So
the best first baseman's mitt I ever used in my life was made of kangaroo leather. Like that thing would have stopped a bullet.
Aren't the Copa Mundials, aren't they kangaroo leather?
Yeah.
I think it's kangaroo leather.
Mm-hmm.
It's either those. If it's not those, it's the first Ronaldinho's that Nike did. Those were amazing.
Yeah. So for a long time,
one of those is kangaroo.
It is my understanding that kangaroos are
I worked at Miter for a long time, and almost all the uppers were going to be some type of kangaroo leather. It was very resilient. You could easily apply moisturizer to it. The things would just last forever. You really didn't start getting into more of the synthetic materials until you got into the Nike's KNG 100,
right?
Which was with the Ronaldo phenomenal shoe, and then and Adidas working in vinyl with the Predators.
Yeah,
and so then that's when you really started going more synthetic upper. The addition of vinyl and rubber to affect the trajectory of the ball. So yeah, but like Diodora for a long time had kangaroo and those things. And what made it different was that if you applied the leather food and treated them well, they actually performed exceptionally well in wet conditions.
Oh, well.
You could really, and this is for anyone under our age group. I know you're used to shooting with all the synthetic crap, but with the kangaroo leather shoes.
Back in our day.
Man, they would grip in the rain like nobody's business. They were great. And yes, I am happy to come to Australia. That to me, that's the most, the most, like the part that really took me out of Mad Max, like any of the Mad Max movies, was that there were not one single emu survived, not one single kangaroo survived in Mad Max. Like, I mean, Australia could have been eaten for a while.
That wouldn't have been fair though, because you don't. The rule number one is you don't screw with giant birds of any kind.
No.
They're basically dinosaurs that kind of found a cheat code.
Yes.
So don't screw with giant birds of any kind, whether it's emu, cassowary, or ostrich. Also, and Bam confirms, kangaroos are a pest. So don't feel bad if you're eating a kangaroo or finding something made of kangaroo leather.
Okay.
Oh, D. Graham's got some Deodoras. Nice.
Yeah, there you go. See, I mean,
I never had Deodora boots. I had some Deodora indoors, but I never had Deodora boots.
Straight
I
off
had
the words
the,
against the
I had
moose.
I had the Kelmies that were kangaroo leather that had phenomenal grip. You could really put some swerve on the ball with it. And then
I think I had some
Pumas.
Lotos that might have been kangaroo leather.
Yeah.
They were amazing, like their version of the Copa Mundial back in the day. We went way off track because this guy showed up. A couple more things really quick before we start to get close to picks of the week. Arsenal update
That's never
today.
happened here. Oh, shit.
Update today on Arsenal. Victor Gyökeres, he's out, felt something after training. Mikel Arteta said he's not playing in this match. So what does that look like up top? We're going to find out. It's a real stress test here for Arsenal. They play Slavia Prague. They should be okay.
Yeah.
But missing Gyökeres is going to hurt them. What are the juice boxes, John Nelson?
Arsenal minus 370, Slavia Prague to win north of plus 1,000, and your draws of plus 480.
Okay. All right. Let's bounce around the world here before we get to picks of the week, where we will bounce to at least one new country on the globe that we have never had a pick of the week from.
Nice.
Maybe two. I'm going to have to check the historians on this one. I don't think we've picked a game from the second league, but we're going to find out.
All right.
Let's go to South America. We talked about it on The Roots. Talked about it on this morning's Morning Espresso. Coquimbo Unido, the champions of Chile, their first ever title in 67 years. Their manager, first full season in charge at this level. He's killing it. Cecilia Waterman from Panama has gone there, and he is killing it. Nicolas Palavecino, a player that we've seen around from Argentina. He's bounced around. He's in Chile. He's killing it. They're the Pirates. They're in a port city, so it makes total sense.
Hell yeah.
But if you haven't seen the badge from Coquimbo Unido, it is outstanding. Perfection. It's got a pirate on it. It's black and yellow.
Ooh.
It's perfect. Perfect. Liverpool, Real Madrid. We did talk about that one. I think Liverpool gets the win. Real Madrid is still figuring out, finding their way. They're still getting there. They're not there yet, in my opinion. I think Liverpool will ride the home advantage and get it done.
I'm just gonna go Real Madrid here because I think that even if they're figuring things out, they're just a team that has like the parchment in hell with their names written on it when it comes to any sort of Champions League play.
True.
They figure it out. So Real Madrid, that's who I'm running with.
Right there with you.
River Plate, they've got some issues. They've lost 4 straight at home.
Wow.
The first time since 1926.
Is Monumental still standing?
It is. It better be because they host Boca on Sunday.
Oh, boy.
Marcelo Gallardo might not be standing.
No.
Yes.
It's a mess. They have a new president, Stefano Di Carlo, the youngest president in history at River. They're kind of at a crossroads here, and if it doesn't go well against Boca, last time these teams played, Boca lost. Fernando Gago got after the match. Marcelo Gallardo might get got after this.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
good.
going to be so, man. But that's so weird to think about, and it's think about what Gallardo was when he was there the first time.
Yeah, it hasn't quite been the same.
No, and it doesn't always work to go home, but also like everybody wanders. This is why I tell people on the morning show, whether it's here, whether it's a morning show, whether it's in person on the train, and you're wondering why the hell I'm talking to you. This is why you cherish those good moments and why you kind of let those bad moments slide off your shoulders, because neither one of them last forever. You can't dwell on all the bad, and you can't cling to the good forever, because nothing great lasts forever and nothing bad lasts forever. It comes in waves. New England Patriots don't exist in the greater sporting world.
John's over here trying to buy Coquimbo Unido stuff.
Damn right I am. This is some
nice,
gorgeous stuff.
Yo, they
Los
got some,
Piratas.
Hey, you have to understand.
Can someone please confirm that John has like a really good like spyware or like virus protection stuff?
No.
I'm concerned because
he doesn't.
He's gonna have to have like burner cards or something, because
he doesn't.
It's not coming back from this.
No.
Well, wait till we get the picks of the week. He might be getting into some even more obscure picks. Let's go to Brazil. The Brazilian national team, Carlo Ancelotti, did not call up Neymar. He's still out. It's no surprise. Did you see the free kick? Though, he tried to,
Yes.
that was he faked. So he steps up to take the free kick. It's like around the top of the arc.
Yeah.
He steps up, doesn't take it. The wall jumps.
Jesus Christ, Alex.
Down, and he puts it over the wall. The keeper makes a great save. I've never seen that. I've never seen a feint on a free kick.
Can't do it from the spot anymore, I guess, so he tries it on the free kicks.
I mean, he's still broken. He's got 6 months to get fit.
Well, but then he's also got the billionaire that gave him the trust or whatever.
Well, yeah, there's that. A Brazil fan, I don't know if he was a Santos fan as well, Brazil fan who basically willed all of his money to Neymar because he didn't have any family to give it to.
Yeah.
So, instead of...
Well, let's be clear. It didn't have probably any family he wanted to give it to.
Well, there's that. I think I heard that he didn't have any family to give it to.
Okay.
Maybe that was being nice to whatever family existed that didn't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's that.
But yes, Neymar is doing fine for himself money-wise, but he's got to play. He's got to get fit. He keeps getting hurt. I feel bad for him. I want him to go out with one more World Cup, but he's out of contract with Santos at the end of the year too. Yeah. So he's got to find somewhere to play for 6 months and be fit and play his way into it. I think Carlo will take him if he's fit.
Carlo will.
Even if he's number 26 on the roster, he'll take him.
Because Carlo is a guy who wants harmony in the locker room. Yeah. He's a player's coach. And if the players, I'll put it this way, if the players as a whole say, we need Neymar to come with us, Neymar's going to be there. Yeah. But this is it for Neymar. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think he's getting fit. I don't think he's going to resurrect his career. There's too much money. There's too much notoriety. There's too much Ric Flair lifestyle.
Without the bad fat burners that were bought at GNC.
Yeah.
Can he do the Maradona 94 and get healthy for one more go round with the Celtics out?
Well, I mean, that was a lot of...
it's a lot of cocaine.
Adrenaline and cocaine. There's things that they test for nowadays.
I do think at that point, the cocaine was on the back burner for a little while.
Right.
The fat burner, the GNC...
Yeah.
Sure, that's called freebasing.
No.
It was definitely very prevalent. There was a discrepancy in the different versions of it. I can't remember which one he was taking. This was like mid-90s. The Argentine version didn't have whatever chemical that was banned, but the U.S. one did. So that's what ended up getting him popped. But as a fat burner, he was all over it because he was kind of chunky at that point.
Yeah.
But he went out into the wilderness in Patagonia and was running around like it looked like Rocky in Rocky IV in Siberia, except Diego's in Patagonia wearing a Michael Jordan Dream Team jersey working out.
Look, Hearts on Fire is
I'm sure he was listening to that.
Underrated track. And it was actually playing in the gym the other day. Yeah. I mean, that's the Rocky IV soundtrack. That's the one to go to. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
It's one or four. Your two soundtracks to go between.
Yeah, 2 and 3 to skip.
Yeah, Jean Belvoir, There's No Easy Way Out when he's having the montage.
Yeah.
The training montage is great. Hearts on Fire. That was from 4, right?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the theme's on 1. So
War is also on the track with I think it was DaCosta who did that one. And that's like super dramatic. Does the audience even know what's at stake? East against West, right?
Barry Tompkins calling the match.
But I mean, look, Neymar to get steer this train.
Yeah, we try.
Without power steering.
We try.
But Neymar, there's no training regimen that Neymar is going to commit himself to.
That's what I think.
Think about the cycle, right? You have the cycle going, and
when is Carnival?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bam.
Yeah.
And so when that comes up, you know
it's his sister's birthday.
His sister's birthday's coming up. Carnival's coming up. Like, no matter what momentum he has going into that period, it stops dead in its tracks at Carnival and his sister's birthday.
Yep.
And to get him back into that momentum again, it's not happening. You bring him along, and Italy ran into this in 2006 when they were like, do we bring in Maldini or not? And there was the idea that you have to make the clean break from the legend. You have to allow a new group to carry it forward. And it worked well for Italy in 2006. It should be followed by Brazil in this tournament and leave Neymar at home.
It depends
But
on
I
what
think
happens.
he's going to take him.
If he's fit, if he's resembling fit, if he can
Resembling
play
fit,
10
yes.
minutes in a game for you, I think he ends up making the trip.
Right.
He can be your victory cigar.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he could be. 110 asked, when does Miami announce Neymar? I don't think they do for the reasons we just talked about. I don't think, for whatever you think about the way Miami's built their team, Jordi Alba has delivered.
Yeah.
Sergio Busquets has delivered, even though he can't move.
Yep.
Yes.
Luis Suarez has delivered,
Yeah.
absolutely. And Messi's been the
can't
best
move.
player we've ever
The
seen in
horse-
action
the
in this
horse
league.
steroids that Suarez is on.
If Neymar came to MLS and went to Miami and proceeded to disappear to South America or slack off, Messi would chew his ass up one side down the other.
Yeah, and Beckham
Like,
would too. I
yeah.
mean, that just that wouldn't fly. It's just they're not going to bring him in because of that. I do disagree with you.
Messi cares too much about his glory,
Right.
not in a bad way.
I don't think Griezmann is the one to go to Miami either. LAFC is the one that's been linked with him. Now, that could have changed when Sonny came in. Griezmann will come into MLS for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to go to Miami. Miami's going to have two spots, maybe one, in terms of big money signings.
I figure Rodrigo goes up into one of the.
Well, he
DPs.
goes one for sure. Actually, they'll have one and maybe not one if they keep Luis Suarez and they put him on a DP deal. I don't think they will. If he comes back, I think he'll be TAM. But I don't know what direction they go. Going to get DePaul was really interesting. I think that tells you when you go get a guy like DePaul, you're not bringing in Neymar.
Yeah.
You're bringing in somebody to help you win.
Well, it's going to be a question of, if not Miami and not LAFC
For Griezmann?
for
NYC.
for Neymar.
For Neymar, I don't think he comes to MLS.
I think he does.
No, I don't think so.
I think it is going to be somebody like NYCFC who does it. I could see
They're smarter than that. If he comes to MLS, it's going to be because somebody says, I want a Messi or a Sonny, and they're going to think that he's the guy. And it's going to be more like Denilson in Dallas, where he's not the
100%.
guy and he doesn't want to be there.
100%.
Siegel in Houston.
Well,
No, I don't.
A Siegel in Houston kind of a move where you have that guy that
No.
wants to do something.
Well, here's the thing: is that with Denilson in Dallas,
that
Denilson
was
was
so
sold,
bad.
and guys, I was in Frisco, Texas,
worst.
during that period. I can tell you something right now. That was the worst.
Worst designated player.
Yeah.
Easy.
Horrible. And I think they sold him on, you're going to live in Dallas. You're going to have like big Cadillacs. with
J.R.
great-
Ewing and
Yeah, you're going to have the J.R. Ewing Cadillac, convertible. You're going to have the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. And then he pulls up in Frisco, Texas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is
This
not
ain't Dallas.
No, it's not Dallas.
Could you imagine Neymar in Charlotte?
No, they're not going to. They're smarter than that, too. I'll tell you who does it, and I'll tell you who possibly ends up strangling him. Joey Saputo in Montreal.
Yep.
Could do it.
Oh,
Joey-
that for
Joey-
Griezmann? Yes.
No, for Neymar.
For Neymar.
Oh, no, for Griezmann, though. I could see Griezmann doing that, too.
I
though.
could see Joey go for both because he needs to make a splash, but I could see him ending up with Neymar and wishing he didn't in like a month.
Do you think that Orlando tries to get Ricky Kaká to call up Neymar to gauge interest?
I'd see Orlando go more for Griezmann than for Neymar. I think they understand it a little bit more. I don't think they're gonna throw dumb money on selling shirts because that's basically where you are with Neymar right now.
Yeah.
Montreal is the one that I keep coming back to that I could possibly see make that move, but I really don't think anybody's going to do it. I kind of agree with Alex here. I think the teams are smarter than that now, and they're not going to take the risk they would need to make it happen. I think probably he's going to stay at Santos for another 6 months.
Yeah.
Do a short-term deal and try to be fit and try to play his way into the roster.
He could just buy his own club.
Well,
And start.
yeah,
with
that's
the-
not.
with
You don't
the-
really just buy into the first division like that, John. And Brazilian ownership is a very different sort of situation. You can't just say I'm going to buy a club. It's very complicated. Ask John Texter.
By the
I
way,
don't want.
What do you have
I
now,
found
John? Hold on, John's got something.
yeah, just the conversion rate on a Coquimbo Unido jersey is 42.50 right now.
That's not bad. A couple more things before we get into picks of the week. Flamengo, record operating revenue, plus 20% year over year. They made about 250 million euro in operating revenue. Club World Cup was a huge part of that. They've also got some big money coming in from Adidas and sponsors. all the money in South America right now is in Brazil, and it's the Palmeiras, it's Flamengo. That's why 8 of the last 9 Copa Libertadores champions are Brazilian. That's why it's an all Brazilian final again this time. They're flying right now. Africa, you had the Champions League group stage draw. Pyramids are your defending champions. They're in Group A with a team that's going to make it into picks of the week this time around.
Oh, man.
We'll talk about that shortly. The Porcupine Warriors of Asante Kotoko from Ghana.
God bless you.
No, John. They are in the group with Al Ahly from Egypt. Asante Kotoko is a team to watch. They're the Porcupine Warriors. Come on.
Porcupine
That's
Warriors.
awesome.
Porcupine
awesome.
Warriors.
Put some respect on that name.
You got 8 different nations represented in this Champions League, the most since 2016. So it's starting to spread out a little bit in Africa. Europe, quickly, we talked about PSG dropping some points earlier. You've got Monaco, you've got Nice, you've got Lyon, you've got Marseille. It's 2-point lead for PSG. It's a little crowded in France at the moment. Serie A, Nick, your thoughts on Sassuolo losing to Genoa. Genoa gets the win after sending Patrick Vieira out the door. Where do things stand right now in Serie A, in your opinion?
Look, it's one of the most competitive seasons that I can remember in recent memory. Everybody is at the top of the table, is very dangerous. It's going to be interesting to see what Juve does going forward. It's going to be interesting to see what Genoa has going forward, because this looked to be, and I watched that game today, by the way, and it looked to me like a team that, Fabio Grosso for Sassuolo looked like he was about to lose his mind. There were times where Genoa was very patient and made Sassuolo pay. 2, the atmosphere was terrible. They played in Sassuolo's home stadium.
Okay.
Monday night Calcio was supposed to be a little larger crowd. That wasn't happening.
So Sassuolo going back down?
Yeah, it could be. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Genoa going forward, because they have the stadium. They have, they're up in the north. They have the ability to find funding somewhere. They should be more competitive than they are. It's just, where are they going to get the resources to do it?
They feel like they should be bottom half of the top half.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
For where they could be?
It was the old Roma spot, like the 8, like 7.
Roma's bumped up a notch from that. It
Yes.
feels like they could be in that kind of spot.
Yeah.
And they're just not.
No.
Como's jumped them. I mean, Como is kind of taken into that spot, and Como might be in the top half of the top half.
They're doing a phenomenal job developing players at Como.
Yeah.
And that's something, though, that, they've talked about, is that they're having trouble finding the Italian kids, one, who are ready to come in at an academy level to compete with knowledge of the game, that sort of instinctive capability. They're having trouble sourcing those players, so they're having to go more outside to do that. That's not what they want to do. They want to have, more Italian-heavy academy growing and developing talent. It's going to be interesting to see where they go with that. Stadium expansion there is going to be an issue.
Yep.
How long they can keep that brain trust in Como is going to be an issue.
Yeah. Fabregas is going to be wanted by everybody.
Yep. Yeah. And because if you can make it work in Como, you can make it work anywhere. And I mean, the views in Como are incredible. Ooh. If you've never seen,
oh my God,
the views of Como, Casino Royale, the ending of Casino Royale, and also in Star Wars Episode 2. So when Anakin is on that little pad, I don't like sand. That's essentially Lake Como. They didn't have to do any sort of special effects. That's just Lake Como as it is.
110 asks about Patrick Vieira. If any chance he's in the job here, in the job hunt here. I would think not, because it sounds like that was kind of far down the road before he was pushed out. Maybe then that changes everything. I don't know.
Jason,
but it sounds like it was kind of far down the road.
Jason.
Yes.
I know that you know people.
I know people, but I don't know everything.
You don't have to, don't give away. I'm just saying. I know that you know people.
Yes.
I need you to quietly put out there, please God, no.
Okay.
That's all I need you to say.
I think Ricky kind of says it right here. He doesn't really seem interested in coming back to MLS, and he said that on a podcast last year.
Now,
when he was mentioned as a candidate.
That's
here.
great. There are a lot of people who say, I would never do this kind of job until they lose a job. And then they're like, I am more than happy to do that job.
That's true. But I would point to that and say, if he comes, it would be short term, and he doesn't have the track record to warrant a short term kind of move. But look, you know how these things go. I think they're too far down the road. I don't think he's a candidate, but maybe that changed.
And look, there were a whole bunch of people during COVID who decided to put feet pics on the internet because they needed to pay the mortgage.
Oh, Jesus.
A bunch of things they said they would never do. And there's now a whole bunch of feet pics on the internet. So all I'm saying is.
All right. A couple more things.
For what it's worth.
Into picks of the week. FC Barcelona Femení, they had a streak of 109 games without being shut out.
Wow.
Had a streak. They lost 1-0 to Real Sociedad. 1-0 win for Real Sociedad. Big win for them. Wolves, they give their manager an extension 45 days ago, and then they fired him.
Well,
because that's brilliant.
Well, that's Wolves. The contract that Pereira actually signed to get this 3-year extension, there was a codicil in it where that if they fired him, they didn't have to pay him the balance.
Yeah, no, it's still stupid, but I don't care about the codicil. I'm saying they literally put the news out there and said, we are signing you to a new contract for 3 more years. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, a month and a half later? No, we're not.
Yeah, that's Wolves.
Like, you look foolish.
Yes.
You look bad for anybody else who might want to go there.
Yeah.
Paulo Fonseca is linked to that, but I don't think he's going there. That's crazy because he's in a much better situation in France.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see. Gary O'Neill has said no.
Yes.
He was the guy before Pereira.
Right.
And they wanted to go back to him because Wolves is a mess.
Yes.
And he said no because he showed some sense.
Yes.
Don't
do
Wolves. See what he's doing.
I mean, they might.
Likes making bad decisions in England.
Yes, for whatever reason, he might be desperate enough to take it.
Just don't.
Yeah, I would say just don't as well.
By the way, according to a recent ranking on ESPN, Danielson is only the 7th worst designated player in MLS history.
Who said who are the 6 ahead of him? And I will tell you that that's wrong.
Okay, what order do you want me to go in? You want me to go 6 or start?
Go up from. So he was 7. Who's 6?
Okay, 6. Nery Castillo, Chicago Fire.
I think Nery Castillo actually played more than single-digit games.
Yes.
Not much better, but better.
Blaise Matuidi is number 5.
Oh, Blaise Matuidi wasn't that bad. He just got bodied by Santiago Sosa and then went to the beach, and they cheated to pay for him. So he wasn't actually a designated player, so that's not accurate. He should have been, but he wasn't.
Correct.
Innocent Emikara.
I think they just overpaid for him.
What was the name on that one? I didn't hear it.
San Jose, Innocent Emogene. I can't remember.
All right.
He was meh. He was better than Danielson.
Yeah.
Rice Mboli, Philadelphia Union.
Is that the goalkeeper they brought in?
Yes.
He's in the conversation.
They had Zach McMath on roster and Andre Blake, and they paid for him.
Yeah, they didn't believe in Blake yet, and nobody believed in Zach McMath for some reason historically, and it's a shame. That's pretty bad. That's in the conversation.
I'm willing to put that on the board.
Yeah, that's on the board.
Number 2, Steven Gerrard is number 2.
No, he was bad, but he wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
he just couldn't run anymore at that point.
There was
number 1
that never.
Yeah, they were unfair expectations, but yes.
Number 1, Rafa Marquez.
No, Rafa actually scored some bangers. Like, I mean, he got some red cards too. He was a mess, but no, Rafa had some good things. He was just all over the map.
Rafa gave us the most entertaining playoff game I've ever seen in my life outside of the double post.
That game, I swear, like that's one that we need to have like a live viewing of because it was supposed to happen the night before, but Red Bulls didn't want to play because there was snow on the field. DC at Red Bull Arena is shoveling the field. They end up not being able to play. The DC supporters have to get on buses to go back to DC, then come back the next day. There's hardly anybody there because the game got rescheduled. You had Bill Hamid get sent off, I think correctly.
And tweeting from the locker room.
He tweeted from the locker room about Kyle Martini. He did the famous, gave his team a chant of "They can't hold us back," and it's a shame that DC fans have dropped that because that was amazing. And then I'm not even all the way through this. You had Hamid get sent off.
Yeah.
You had the penalty. Kenny Cooper took it. The first time he takes it, he converts it. But Thierry Henry was basically standing next to him when he kicked the ball. So they bring it back for encroachment. Then it's saved by Joe Willis.
He might have been ahead of him
in Nashville. He might have been ahead of him. He should have just kicked the ball. Then, because the game's not crazy enough, Rafa Marquez decides to just go flying in and obliterate somebody and get sent off. So then it's 10 versus 10. Then Nick De Leon scores the first of his playoff magical goals to beat them. Then it's still not done. It's the last play deep in stoppage time. It's a free kick about 22, 23 yards out. Thierry Henry is on the field. One of the greatest players to ever play the game is on the field. Roy Miller. Yeah, I know. Roy Miller takes the free kick and puts it into the stands. Like Roy Miller.
We should do a watch along. We should pull this game up and do a watch along for it.
Should.
I was concussed watching this, and it made me more concussed.
I don't think people understand the level of uselessness that Danielson brought to Frisco, Texas.
Absolutely.
I may have told this story. Please shut me down if I have.
No, we're not.
Okay.
No.
So my ex-wife's aunt was a county commissioner in Plano, Texas, which meant that she had access to the box at the stadium in Frisco.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she finds out we're coming to Dallas, and she says, "Hey, why don't you guys come check out an FC Dallas game? I know Nick loves soccer." Great. I show up. I'm thrilled because Danielson is supposed to be playing for FC Dallas. Well, the owner's box is right next to the county box at this stadium. So I'm sitting at the far edge, and I'm sitting next to, I want to say it was Clark Hunt.
Oh, wow.
Clark Hunt is like where John is now. And so I look over and I'm like, so Danielson, huh? And the look that Clark Hunt shot me was equal parts. How dare you?
And I'm not going to admit you're
speak
right.
to me about this name, one. And two, yeah, we know.
Uh-huh.
It will forever be burned into my mind.
God,
the despair on that poor man's face.
I can't believe we invested this ish.
So Danielson, but you had, I mean, that team should have been so much better than it was.
Yeah.
But you had fantastic talent across the board, and
Then you added Danielson.
Then you added Danielson. We're one player away.
No, not that one.
Who's the guy doing all?
That's not the player.
Not that guy.
Yeah,
Not him.
All right, let's
Like
get
Red
into
Bull saying Kaku was the player to put them over the top.
Yeah, he kicked the ball in the stands and hit somebody in the face instead. Let's get into picks of the week.
Picks of the week.
So I won for the second time the week before. We go into this one with Jarrett in third place overall. Nick was leading the overall table. I was the only one with 2 wins coming into this week. Nick was leading the overall points table with Sophia second, Jarrett third. Game 1 last week was Wrexham and Cardiff. The only one to get it right was Jarrett. Everybody else got it wrong.
Damn.
The second game on the board was the Zebra Derby with Juventus and Udinese. Who got that one right? I did not. Maddie got it right. Sophia got it right. John got it right. Drew got it right. Nick, you could not pick Juventus, which I understand.
No.
They won. Racing and Flamengo, the Copa Libertadores semifinal second leg. That was game 3, finished in a scoreless draw. I didn't get it. Maddie didn't get it. Jarrett didn't get it. Sophia didn't get it. John didn't get it. Nobody got it. Everybody missed on. Oh, sorry, Nick got it. Sorry, Nick, you got the scoreless draw. You got the 140. Game 4 was Olympia and Alajuelense in the CONCACAF Central American Cup. That one finished in a 1-1 draw. I got that. Let's see. I think I was the only one to get it. I was. So that made it kind of interesting. Nobody was really doing well halfway through the board. The leader halfway through was Nick on 40. Jared on 20. Those were the only ones in positive.
By an inch or a mile, baby.
Halfway through.
Nilsson had a tryout with the Bolton Wanderers in 2009, and they turned him down to sign him permanently.
What? They turned him down? They didn't let him try out, and they signed him permanently?
They tried him out, but they're like, nah, thanks.
So they didn't sign him
They
permanently.
didn't sign him permanently.
For 110, Robbie Keane has actually been rumored for the Celtic job.
Yes, Robbie Keane has been rumored for the Celtic job. I've
which
not
would be
heard him
hilarious.
for the Atlanta job.
Which would be hilarious with the Atlanta job because you can always come home because one of Robbie Keane's assistants is Stephen Glass.
Yes.
Stephen Glass is right there.
Atlanta United U2 and Atlanta 2 and Atlanta United.
And Ricardo Gardner.
Yeah, they're bums. Let's go to Game 5. We went to Guadeloupe with the Coupe de France, Gossier and Dynamo Lemoul. That one, I think, what happened in that game? I need to double check. I'm probably going to get a virus. It's all right. We'll try it.
Hang on.
You want me to do it for you?
No, I got
All
it.
your base are belong to us.
SofaScore gets a little dodgy at times. Gossier won 3-1. Sorry, that one wasn't too crazy. So Gossier won. Maddie got that one. Nope, sorry. Game 5. No, Game 6. We're into Game 6. Sorry. Maddie got that one. Jarrett got that one. Sophia got that one. And that's it.
Yeah.
Game 7 was... I'm missing one. Okay, Game 6 was, the Botswana Premier League. This is how chaotic
are we sure these
it
scores
gets.
are accurate?
They are.
Okay.
That's in order here. I don't have it listed
saying.
here. You see it right here.
Saying.
Game 6 was Nico United and the Township Rollers from Botswana. Then that one was the crazy one. Sorry, that was the one that had like a last minute goal that changed it. Nico United, the Baby Zombies, one of my new favorite teams.
Baby Zombies forever.
A 2-2 draw.
Yes.
With the Baby Zombies. First off, it was scoreless at halftime. I was actually paying attention to this one. Then the Township Rollers scored 2 goals 2 minutes apart in the 65th and 67th minutes. Then the Baby Zombies came back because they don't cry. They scored 2, the 82nd minute and the 88th.
Angry babies.
To get the score or the 2-2 draw. They get the point. Game 7 was Real Sociedad and Athletic Club. And then Game 8 was Wolfsburg and Hoffenheim. And the Hoff got the win.
Wow.
So from going from midway through, the leader was Nick on 40. We finish with Nick not on 40, on 350.
There we go.
You were in the positive.
Yeah.
Sophia was barely in the positive. I was in the positive with 175, thanks to Hoffenheim.
Keep going.
Maddie was second with 779.
Keep going.
There you go.
Jarrett, no, we're going the other way, John. That's the point. Jarrett was first with 955.
Nice.
So, yes. John did get the prop bet right in the Sun Belt with 14 goals in 5 games on the next to last game day of it.
Ooh.
So he got that right. So he got 100 points for that. He still finished at minus 456.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
This is what happens when I pick winners instead of draws.
That means you have to sell your house or your car and not your house.
You always try to be like, well, it should be like this because then the points are over here and then somebody else picked this and just pick what you think is going to happen. Like, that's all. Don't try to game the system. That's why you're in last place in the new season. Last place. 908. Last place.
I'm picking draws.
Drew's 998. You're going to finish last doing that? I'm 5th. Jarrett and I are the only 2 who've won twice. I'm 5th. It's boom or bust for me. Consistency, Maddie's then next. Consistency is the top 3. It's Sophia with 2110. It is Nick with 2691.
See?
But now it's Jarrett with 2946. He's opened up a lead. Jarrett, what do you have to say for yourself?
Preface this by saying, has anybody, y'all seen The Gangs of New York?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to understand.
Okay.
This for me, for going back to the old days of soccer over there, the halcyon days when we were truly unhinged, walking around the neighborhood in the middle of the night, fighting raccoons off.
We were. I never fought a raccoon.
To be matched up now with Jason with 2 wins and to be going up against Jason, we live by the same principles. It was only faith that divided us.
I think so.
And he took me down.
Faith took you
down. I did not take my eye out and wrap it in blue paper for him, but I rose back up with a full heart and I buried all of you.
Wow.
With your own blood.
Wow. Can you bury somebody in blood?
Worth killing.
Doesn't it like
are the
way?
ones on this screen.
Coagulates over time.
Okay, fair enough. Just checking.
I like that he took the glasses off
Yeah.
to cut the promo.
Oh yeah,
That was good.
That's how serious he was.
Right.
That was good.
He brought in some real old school podcast vibes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
like, hey, let me thumb through this like ancient parchment here.
When none of
Yeah.
us needed glasses.
You know,
Yes.
like
I've needed glasses.
We
in
were
that was
third
a good
grade,
promo,
John.
Jarrett. That was a good
Third
promo.
grade, I needed glasses. No, second grade, I think. Actually,
Yikes.
jeez. Yeah, my eyes are messed up. My eyes like go different directions. Welcome to my eyes. It sucks. All right, Jarrett. So you got to pick 4 games, and you had some doozies. I tried to bring a little bit of
Order?
I don't know, semblance. of,
In my defense, I left you the softball that I know matters most to you. I did not take
You
that
did.
from you.
You did. You let me pick that one. I appreciate it. And I went off the board.
How
for
much our
one
friendship
other one.
matters to me.
No, I appreciate it. I went off the board crazy for another one, but let's get started. On Tuesday,
Uh-huh.
I do not quite know how to pronounce these teams. We are going to the Albanian Categoria Superiore.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Albania's kind of funky because you get some Italian in there.
Yeah.
But
You could have just said Albania is kind of funky and left it at that.
But I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce things.
Well,
And it's not easy. John, I don't trust you to pronounce anything Albanian. Ever.
So then, should we have enlisted an AME high into this?
You're not
Maybe.
quite even there. You're close, but you've been practicing.
Isn't
that
Dua
one.
Lipa Albanian?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. That's all. Hey,
It's a little
Albania's
bit more
incredible.
of Mihai. There's like in
My
there.
man, Nick.
Dua Lipa is incredible. Sorry.
I
agree.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
John, what are you doing? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the Abisnet
Oh,
Superiore
my
betting
God.
odds.
Well, they
Oh,
don't
wow.
exist,
Okay,
John.
look.
Like you're gonna get so many
so
viruses.
This is 22
Jeez.
Sotatori.
It's the game that Jarrett
Rogozin?
picked. Jarrett, you picked this because these are 1 versus 2. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
It is.
These are 1 versus 2 in the
Not there's
standings.
900 consonants in the name.
Well, I'm gonna go. The home team is Ignatia. It could be Sheh. I don't know. I'm gonna go kind of Ignatia.
Yeah.
All right. The other one, it literally doesn't make sense to me
2 L's.
because it's VLLAZNIA. I don't know what to do with the
Lasnia?
VLL. Like I don't know what
Lasnia?
noise to make.
I don't know.
Viljania.
Vlizania. Okay, we're gonna go Vlizania. We have no odds on this. John,
Okay.
you have no odds, correct?
No, I have odds.
How did you get odds from Albania?
Odds portal.
How do you have access to every betting site on planet Earth and
All right.
still have these numbers you're putting up? Jared?
What odds
This
do you
man
have?
knows every single high school in the state of Georgia. He can find betting odds.
Not in Albania, but he did.
does know that. If I ever want to know
That's true.
anything about any high school in the state of Georgia,
No, it's true.
it's him.
What odds do you have, John?
For Ignatia, I have a -104,
-104. What's the draw?
plus 185.
Plus 185. Look at you contributing tonight. I'm impressed. What's Vilzania?
Proud of you.
Klubi il Futbolit Village.
We're getting there.
They're based in Shkodër. They're a
Yeah.
plus 210.
Plus 210.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Your history lesson for the day. Ignacia. They were founded in 1934, and it was under a different name that I am not even going to try. Later in 1991, they changed the name to something else I'm not even going to try. They adopted the Ignacia name in 1998.
Yes.
Now, the choice of that name ties to the ancient Roman road Via Ignatia, which ran through the region.
Okay.
So there you go. See that? There's your history lesson. Generally, they've been in the lower divisions. They got promoted. They've won back-to-back titles. So they are the 2-time defending champions. Their home ground, 4,000 seats, just went substantial renovations in 2021. $2 million to renovate. 4,000 seats. They are second in the table right now. 5 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. Plus 4. Only conceded 4 goals in 9. Their opponents, Vlizania. Villajania. They were founded in 1919.
Check.
They're often cited as one of the oldest teams in Albania. The name translates to brotherhood in Albanian. There you go. They have competed in nearly every edition of the top flight since 1930. They've won 9 league titles, but not since 2001. Their stadium was rebuilt in 2016 at a cost of about 17 million euro, holds 16,000 seats, so about 4 times our friends from Ignacia.
Football was introduced to the city of Shkodër in 1908 when a Maltese priest, Father Ruter, brought a football into the city, which is considered to be the first time football was played in the country.
That's what some say. It's not fully confirmed, though, John. This is not
anything about Eastern Europe. That history is too muddled and torn down and rebuilt over time.
Yes.
That's also true. Not really a traditional derby, but it's becoming one because these have been 2 of the top 2 teams over the last few years. 3 wins each over the last 10 meetings, 4 draws. So super even. But Ignacia is unbeaten in the last 4. So, Jarrett, you picked this game. John, you got to write these down.
Okay, so all 4 of us are written down?
Yes.
Got it.
Oh, man.
I mean, you can leave yours out if you want because you're probably going to get them wrong anyway, but that's with you.
Would John have a better score just getting flat 0?
Probably.
That's the question here. I mean,
Better than
you
last
may
week.
have to do some 4D chess here and decide if you're going to make picks in general.
That's what I'm saying.
Better than last week.
Yeah.
Jarrett, what are you picking?
I am going to take Ignacia because Vijaya is playing in Conference League.
Yes,
and they are going to have to rotate.
Yep.
Or die, which they might choose the latter. I don't know if you know anything about the history of Eastern Europe. They might choose death.
Well, this game's supposed to be tomorrow. I'm somewhat questioning that it's actually going to get played because Vilzania, whatever, is in the Conference League on Thursday.
Yeah.
What?
Get this. The head coach of Georgia Impact, Rob Roddy.
Yes.
He follows Vlažnia on Instagram.
Wow. Okay, I got to ask him about this.
Yeah, he's going to ask what's.
Vlažnia.
This is going to be like okay.
Get some Robert Roddy updates on this one.
Okay, so sidebar for anyone who doesn't know, last year at the Club World Cup, Jason was in a press room and started asking about Defensa y Justicia and was getting looks from Argentine journalists. I
asked Hernan Crespo about it after.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't ask him about it in the press conference. Like it was afterwards. I just went up to him and said, like, I loved what you did with Defensa y Justicia. I'm a fan. And he's like pulls the Argentine media over and he's like, this guy's a defensive fan. I think it scared him and excited him at the same time.
Yes.
Who
But
else
this is going to be the same thing.
Justicia before us?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Defenses, the mothers of the players weren't talking about Defensa.
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so Jarrett, you're picking Ignacia.
I am.
John, what are you picking?
Ignacia.
Nick?
Virginia.
Whoa, you're going against the Roman team.
I'm going. Here's the thing. If you're unbeaten in 4 and you've got a conference game coming up, I think you're going to be resting some players.
Okay.
And I think that's, scared money don't make money.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
It
going
might be Vilaznia. I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Vilaznia, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
VLL.
The closest
I did
thing
not
have
get
to
a
this
chance to
is-
find my pronunciations on this.
I'm
I had a
going with
I had a-
Virginia.
Yeah.
Vlažnia.
And you
I
got
had a
to
close
go with a
friend
little.
in school who is Estonian, but that's
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to help.
I'm going Ignacia with this one.
Okay.
You got everybody's picks, John?
3 Ignacias and a Vlažnia.
Yes. Let's go to the next game on the board. It is also tomorrow. It is a massive one. It is PSG and Bayern Munich.
Oh, good God.
Their odds plus 150 for PSG. The draw plus 260. Bayern plus 163. So very even. I feel like, and I was thinking through this as I was getting this ready. We always talk about the history of the teams that we don't know about.
Yeah.
We don't ever get into the weird history of like the teams we do know about.
Right.
Because we don't know these things.
No.
PSG were founded in 1970. Like 70. I always think of them as like one of an older team.
I think of them as like a 1920s team.
Yeah.
1970, it was a merger between Stade Saint-Germain and Paris FC. Their stadium was originally built in 1897, rebuilt in 1972. They got into the top flight 2 years later. They earned their promotion pretty quickly. Vincent Kompany did just get an extension 110.
Wow.
He deserved it, unlike Vitor Pereira at Wolves. Before the modern era with the new ownership for PSG, their first peak was in the 1990s. They had George Weah. They had David Ginola. They had Rai. Rai was an amazing player. Oh, my God. Rai is one of the Brazilians that didn't win big with the national team, and I think he's kind of forgotten. He was a legend at PSG. Unbelievable player. They won the league title in 94. They got to the Champions League semifinals in 95. George Weah was the tournament's top scorer. Bayern. I didn't know this about Bayern. They were founded in 1900. 11 players left MTV 1879 Munich after being refused entry into the German Football Association. So they went and they started another club. 1970s, they were massive. They won 3 straight European Cups, the first German club to do it, 74 to 76. Record revenues last season. They've been consistently profitable, which hardly any clubs can say that right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Bayern have won 34 Bundesliga titles, including 11 in a row from 2013 to 23, the longest streak in Europe's top 5 leagues. Consistency dates back to their first Bundesliga season, which honestly isn't that far back, 1965, 1966.
I mean,
Never been relegated since. 6-time European champions, level with Liverpool, trailing only Real Madrid. Both teams, as we talked about, perfect. Last time these teams played was at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. PSG won 2-0. They're getting Ousmane Dembélé back. John, what are you picking?
Draw.
You're picking a draw. Shocker.
Well, after last week, it should be.
No, John, you just got everything wrong last week. It had nothing to do with an outcome of draw. You just got everything wrong. You picked draws and they were wrong.
And I picked teams to win, and that was wrong.
Why don't you just try to pick things correctly?
Accurate. That is exactly what happened. Thank you for
Jesus.
recounting this accurately.
Jarrett, what are you picking?
I'm going to take PSG just because I adore how they play generally. I have no other reason to do so.
For Bayern is what Jarrett's picking.
Whoa.
Nick.
Bayern Munich.
Oh, 16 straight wins
Look at you.
on the road.
Yeah, but here's the difference, right? Is that Bayern is one of the few teams that takes regular season form just as seriously, if not more seriously, than everyone else.
It's true.
They like, if you can like make the finals of Champions League, and if you drop the Dortmund, you're out. Like you're gone. They don't care. So there's this absolute ruthlessness to Bayern that you either love or hate. It's Bayern.
I don't think they get it done. I think PSG wins. Ricky asked, how rotated do you think Bayern will be on the weekend? Because he's actually going to be there trying to see them play Union Berlin. I don't think they've had any real injuries or anything to worry about major. Like, I think they're in pretty good shape. So probably not heavily rotated, Ricky. Okay. I think they might be licking their wounds after their first loss of the season, which is what I'm picking.
Let's be honest.
Ricky needs something good because he's going to go watch the Falcons on Sunday.
Yeah, that's bad.
If they rotate.
They won't rotate for this one. They'd rotate on the weekend.
Yeah, but if they rotate on the weekend, I mean, you're still looking at absolute tier 1 players.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean,
and hey, I want to give credit to Vincent Kompany too. I did not think he would be as successful as he's been. No. I thought he would do all right, but I didn't think he'd be the monster that he's got Bayern being right now.
Correct. I think when Vincent Kompany got selected for this job, I thought
it was a reach.
I thought it was an incredible reach. I thought it was somebody who interviewed really, really well and had all his numbers together. And so Bayern said, "Yay!" They did like the Frank Pentangeli from Godfather 2, like, sure. And so I thought he would be out. Honestly, like halfway through the season, I'm like, yep. When by the time we get like to winter break, that man's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's done the job.
Living in my wrongness.
He has done the job. All right. Everybody's picked that one. We're good.
What about you?
I picked PSG.
Okay.
I got PSG.
There you go.
I roll with Luis Enrique at all times.
Okay.
Wednesday, we go to Nigeria. Jarrett, you picked a doozy of a game.
You're welcome.
Bendel Insurance hosting Rivers United.
Insurance.
Nice.
John, don't even look because the viruses would be untold that you would find trying to find odds on this one.
John, don't do it.
It's plus 100, draw plus 125, Rivers is plus 150.
John,
do not look up the Nigeria Premier Football League.
John, if you need anything, I sent the crests in our WhatsApp chat.
Yes, you did.
You can look at the crests.
Fantastic.
The crests are amazing. Really epic. Bendel Insurance. So the club was established in 1972.
I'll put them in the Discord for all the sickos.
Yes, it is wild, Ricky, and there's a story here. Bendel Insurance was founded in 1972 in Benin City in the Edo State. They were originally known as the Vipers of Benin, which is a great name.
That's a great
amazing name.
What?
They're one of the foundational clubs of Nigerian top-flight football. 1976, the Nigerian federal government created a new administrative region called Bendel State. They combined the former Midwestern state areas of Edo and Delta. So during this era, state governments heavily funded sports teams to reflect that new state identity and to align with state-owned institutions. The Vipers were renamed Bendel Insurance Football Club. The insurance came from their sponsorship and ownership by Bendel Insurance Company Limited, a state-owned insurance corporation under the Bendel state government. So 1991, Bendel State was split back into the Edo and Delta states. The club kept the name out of respect for their long tradition and identity. Now they are based in Benin City. They keep the old state name as a badge of heritage, but their actual badge is insane. Insane.
Okay.
Like, hold on. I'm going to have to get this and share it with everybody.
Are we actually floating the idea that the children of an insurance company can be cool?
It's like naming a soccer team after Morgan and Morgan.
Wow.
Yes. Can they be cool? Yes, they can.
They can be.
You're welcome, Nick.
Yes, they can. I'm going to save it.
Look, I went out of my way to make this happen.
Yeah, Jarrett, you might have won everything picking this because I'm very impressed with the absurdity of this badge.
That's why I picked it. Like, this isn't a 1v2. I saw the badges and went, I have to do this.
There you go. Bendel Insurance Football Club.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That could be the greatest badge in the history of badges. I'm just saying. It's unbelievable. I don't know how long I can keep it up there because I'm kind of afraid of it.
You should be.
I might get hypnotized.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove it.
Man getting hypnotized.
Yes. Wow. So they kept the badge, and with that badge, I guess I get it, even though Vipers of Benin was amazing.
Yeah, the lady being turned into a robot in Superman 3, the boogeyman character from the animated Ghostbusters show, and this badge right here are three of the scariest things that I think I've ever seen in my life.
It's insane. This is a football team's badge.
Right. Look, if you put that in Hellraiser,
oh yeah,
it's right there.
We have such delights to show you. Yes. I would be like, get me out of this place right now.
It fits right in.
Who's the guy with the pins in his head? Yeah, we're rolling with you.
We're Pinhead.
It look like Pinhead. It looked like Pinhead without the pins.
I know what we're getting here.
It's crazy.
This show's been seen.
So they did really well, and then they had some financial issues. Probably the insurance industry. That's the problem. They got relegated. They came back in 2019. They got relegated again. They came back in 2022. They have two nicknames, and neither one is Vipers. I would be leaning into the history of the Vipers. One nickname is the Benin Arsenal.
Okay.
That's what local journalists are calling them. They wear red and green, kind of similar to Arsenal style-wise on the field. When they came back to the first division, they went on a long unbeaten run in 2022-23, so they got the Arsenal tag.
Okay.
The other one, which is kind of great, the Insurance Boys.
Yeah. Why don't you just call them the salesmen?
That sounds like a heel faction from like NWA.
It's like the Mean Street Posse.
Yes.
Yes, it's the Mean Street Posse, essentially. They are the Insurance Boys.
Like the death of a salesman headline writes itself.
They're the Willie Lomans.
I mean,
when they lose.
Right.
Well, they're not very good this year. They only have 1 win in 9. The other team, you think
I didn't pick
the story in this match?
I didn't pick this because it's a good game. I picked it because it was dumb.
You think that's the story in the match? Nuh-uh. The other team, Rivers United, they were created in February of 2016 when the clubs Dolphins FC and Sharks FC merged at the instigation of the Rivers state government. And because it was Dolphins and Sharks merging, the logo has both a shark and a dolphin on it.
Yes.
We'll get it in a minute.
Yes.
So before the merger, Port Harcourt, which is the capital of Rivers State, they had 2 clubs in the top flight. Dolphins FC, which was founded in 1988, originally as Eagle Cement FC.
Of course.
Wow. Love it.
They were sponsored by the cement company. They won 3 titles. They won 4 FA Cups.
It's like the Nippon Ham Fighters.
Yes.
Yeah,
The other team, Sharks FC, they were founded in 1972. They were known as the Blue Angels. Great nickname.
Hey, there you go.
They didn't win very much, but they had passionate fans. Well, the problem is, so they're both competing with each other in the same city for decades. All is good. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, 2031, 2032, 2033, 2034, 2035, 2036, 2037, 2038, 2039, 2040, 2041, 2042, 2043, 2044, 2045, 2046, 2047, 2048, 2049, 2050, 2051, 2052, 2053, 2054, 2055, 2056, 2057, 2058, 2059, 2060, 2061, 2062, 2063, 2064, 2065, 2066, 2067, 2068, 2069, 2070, 2071, 2072, 2073, 2074, 2075, 2076, 2077, 2078, 2079, 2080, 2081, 2082, 2083, 2084, 2085, 2086, 2087, 2088, 2089, 2090, 2091, 2092, 2093, 2094, 2095, 2096, 2097, 2098, 2099, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, Well, then they're both going broke. By 2015, they're both basically broke. Players unpaid for months. Stadium maintenance and travel costs became unsustainable. So the Rivers state government said, all right, the state government, which is funding you guys, we're struggling. We're not making as much money from oil as we used to. We're having to cut spending. You two have to merge. So they did, and they became Rivers United. In the very first season as a merged club, they finished second in top flight. They qualified for the Champions League for the first time.
The power
now
of friendship.
They are one of the top teams in Nigeria. And the other cool thing is their manager is Finidi George. He played for Sharks before going to Europe. He won the Champions League with Ajax in 1995.
All right.
Played in 2 World Cups for Nigeria, 1994, 1998.
There we go.
Outstanding player for Nigeria.
I take it that Mr. George was also on the team in '96.
Maybe. When did he move? I think so. Yes. I can't remember when he left.
That Nigerian team in '96 was something else, man.
Oh, actually, I don't know if he was on the Olympic team in '96. I think he was too old for that team, but I don't think he was one of the overage. Let me double check. No, he did not.
All right.
He was not part of that group. He played after he went to Ajax for a few seasons, won a Champions League, lost the next season. He was to Milan. Did Milan win in '96?
What?
Champions League.
I think so.
They did.
I think we did.
I think they got revenge on Ajax. I think Ajax beat him with Louis van Gaal. Then he went to Betis. He went to Mallorca, Ipswich, back to Mallorca. 62 caps for Nigeria. Outstanding player. He is your leader of Rivers United. The history between these two is pretty even. 4 draws, 1 win for Bendel Insurance, 2 for Rivers United. I owe you guys a Rivers United crest that has a dolphin and a shark on it.
Yes.
Because, I mean, they merged. I guess it makes sense. Honoring the history. It looks like the power of friendship. It really does. It's a power of friendship kind of badge.
It is.
Wow.
It's a dolphin and a shark, like being friendly. Let's see if we can get this one up on the board. I want to share this with you.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Rivers United.
Yes. Alex.
There you go. Rivers United. Look, it's a happy shark and a happy dolphin.
A very happy shark.
Look, that shark's very happy.
Look at that.
It's like Jabberjaw was the.
That's a great
really
logo.
Is Jabberjaw.
Kids don't know what Jabberjaw is.
Oh my God.
Oh, I think if Maddie and Sophia were here right now and you asked them who Jabberjaw was, they would have the faintest clue.
No, they'd have no idea.
There's that.
Alex Pacino here dropping West Side Story references in the chat.
Oh yeah, of course.
So this is
Merge for Love. They merged knives. Alex,
this is
Sharks and the Jets.
I'm gonna take a bold stance here.
Yeah.
I usually try to try to balance it a little bit. No, this is the best matchup in terms of crests we have ever had on Picks of the Week.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
ever.
Yeah.
You've got Pinhead without the pins, and you've got a dolphin and shark very happy hanging out.
I can't argue this.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's like Flipper and Jabberjaw were a mutual logo.
Yes. So what are we picking? Nick Alifi, you start us off.
Insurance is necessary evil, focusing on evil.
Unfortunately,
so I'm going to go with
going with Pinhead.
I actually said that in a court of law, believe it or not.
I'm gonna leave that one for
I got called
B-sides.
I got called in for jury service, and the judge said, "Can you list one reason why you think you should not be on this case?" And I said, "Your Honor, insurance is a necessary evil. Focus on evil. Thank you." And I walked away from the bench.
We go. Wow. And we're walking.
And so, I stated that in a court of law in the God's County of DeKalb, and I will state that again here, and I will immediately go for the power of friendship.
You're going for the power of friendship.
The power of friendship with sharks and dolphins, and happiness and whatnot.
Jabberjaw and Flipper.
Rivers United. John, what are you picking?
According to our friends at 4Bet,
no. You've got so many different.
The probability percentage of a draw is 50%. So
what does that mean? Like, you're picking draw?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, you're
picking.
You
to throw that phone away.
You need a burner phone.
You need to take that phone. You need to put it in hot soapy water and rub magnets on it, and then go get a new one.
at the Uniben Sport Complex, where the
Oh
anticipated
my
temperature
God,
is
he actually
81
pulled it
degrees
up.
Fahrenheit.
Nice.
He actually pulled it up.
You're picking draw. I'm picking Rivers United because
That's a lot of work and a lot of words to finish
Yeah.
in last place, buddy.
Yeah, that's true. Jarrett, what are you picking?
I am afraid of the logo. I'm going to take Bendel Insurance because even if I'm wrong, I won't be haunted in my sleep by the wonders that thing has to show me.
I'm
Yes.
just going to be haunted anyway because I
Yes.
already saw it.
Yeah.
Clive Barker ass logo, and I love every minute of it.
And John might have goons.
You're
come up to the brew
underfunded
house.
on your fire insurance.
Jeez. Frightening. All right, let's go to Thursday.
Do you have full comprehensive life insurance?
Let's go to Thursday. Jarrett picked this one as well. Crystal Palace hosting AZ Alkmaar. This is in the UEFA Conference League. The rule that we have is you have to have 3 games from top 5 leagues in Europe
Okay.
or from UEFA competitions.
All right.
The Conference League opens up the door to some shenanigans
Yes.
because it's a UEFA competition.
To be fair,
Yes.
I picked this because AZ is doing very well.
You
They're
have
on
to say
a
it
hot
properly
streak.
so people get excited
Yeah.
about it. It's AZ, Jarrett.
Sorry, whatever.
I know.
But they have been on a hot streak, going up against Crystal Palace, and God only knows what Crystal Palace is going to do at any given moment.
I learned things about these 2 teams as well because,
Oh.
again, I try to bring history to
Right.
you and I try to bring things that you don't know. Crystal Palace could be one of the oldest clubs in the world.
Ooh.
This is in dispute. This is
Of
like
course.
Auburn's national championships that they say they won.
And Alabama's.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, there
Wow.
was an earlier amateur club that was formed in 1861, and they try to link that to this one, and it would make them one of the oldest. The FA acknowledged that claim as historically plausible.
Historically
Magic,
plausible.
Magic 8 Ball says.
What the hell is that? I mean,
Did Nick Leafy go on a date with Jessica Alba?
historically
Well,
plausible.
Historically
Magic 8 Ball.
plausible.
Magic 8 Ball says historically plausible.
Now they trace their origins. The current Crystal Palace, not the other one. They trace their origins back to the Crystal Palace Exhibition Building in South London.
Yeah.
There is an iconic glass structure from the 1851 Great Exhibition. Okay, comes back into this. Hold on. I knew there were the Eagles.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the Eagles nickname is really from the 70s. It's kind of recent. Malcolm Allison gave them that. He changed their colors as well to the red and blue stripes. They had previously been like Aston Villa in the claret and blue.
Yeah.
Before they were known as the Eagles, they were known as the Glaziers, which is a nod to the glass-built building
Yeah.
that their name comes from.
Sure. Make up whatever you want, I guess.
That's an upgrade. That's an upgrade
Yes.
to go
Oh,
to the
absolutely.
Eagles from that.
Yes.
Definitely an upgrade. Good job, Malcolm Allison.
Yes.
Selhurst Park, built in 1924, designed by the famous stadium architect Archibald Leach, who also built Anfield's main stand and Old Trafford's early designs.
Archie Leach.
Archie
He was
Leach.
the barrister in Fish Called Wanda.
Archibald Leach.
Yes, John Cleese's character was Archie Leach.
I don't think it's the same guy, John. In 2021, the club became
coming to kill me.
maybe. The club became majority owned by a consortium that includes Josh Harris and David Blitzer,
Yep.
who own stakes in the 76ers and the New Jersey Devils. So Crystal Palace trying to be on the come up. AZ's been a kind of a weird one. So they're another merged club. Their full name, Alkmaar Zaanstreek. That comes from their merger between Alkmaar 54 and FC Zaanstreek, 2 neighboring clubs in the northern part of the Netherlands.
All right.
So their driving force originally was the Molenaar brothers, Klaas and Cees. They made their fortune selling washing machines.
Sure.
Of course.
They did. They
Yes.
wanted. Then they said they want to form an elite team. It worked.
Very efficient.
They became the challenger to Ajax and Feyenoord. They became Ajax's noisy neighbors. They won the Eredivisie in 1981. They finished 12 points clear of Ajax. They completed a domestic double. They reached the UEFA Cup final in 81. They lost to Ipswich Town. The Molenaar family pulled out in the mid-'80s. They dropped into the second division in 88. The washing machine business went under.
Yeah.
Then they came back in the late 90s. So they go from washing machines to software. Local businessman Dirk Schattinga and later software magnate Dirk Schinkel helped modernize the club. They get back into Europe. They won their second league title in the Netherlands, coached by Louis van Gaal.
God bless you.
That guy. You know who Louis Van Gaal is. Don't do that nonsense.
Yeah, he falls down a lot.
Does he?
Boy, his pants fall down a lot apparently in locker rooms.
Hey.
That is a story that has circulated.
That is a story that has circulated. Yes. AZ are now kind of a Moneyball sort of team. Their stadium is one of the most efficient in Europe. It's solar powered. It's fan friendly. It's compact. It's small, 19,000 seats, but solar powered stadium for AZ. Your odds in this one: Crystal Palace minus 238, the draw plus 400, AZ plus 500. Jarrett, what are you picking?
I'm gonna take AZ.
You're going, wow,
500.
That's a bold pick, Jarrett.
If he wins that
That
one,
is that is exactly why I'm doing it too. I don't feel
because he's got a whole lot.
Yes.
He's got more wins than you, and he's got a whole lot more points than you, John. Yes, that's how it works.
Yeah. So if like before the days of GPS, it'd be like, hey, I know how to get there. And if somebody got you there like 9 times out of 10,
yes,
you were like, okay, cool. Yeah, we trust you to get there. But if you had the one person who's like, I know I can get there, no problem, and you end up in Iowa,
yes,
that's, you know,
you don't trust that person.
No, you're not letting that person back into the navigator seat.
Yes.
Nor should you.
Nick,
but I don't know. I don't have an opinion one way or another. So this is one of those where I don't feel strongly one way or another. AZ's been on a winning streak. If they win this, I get a lot of points.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. Go.
Okay.
Nick, what are you picking?
I am gonna go. Wait, give me those numbers again. Give me the numbers.
It was minus 238 for Palace. Ooh. Draw plus 400. AZ plus 500.
I will go in my best Cary Grant voice. I'll take the draw.
John, what are you picking?
Palace.
You're picking Palace. I'm picking the draw as well.
I thought you were going to pick the draw.
I'm going to pick the draw.
Yeah.
No, I picked the draw on the last one with Rivers and Morgan and Morgan.
All right, next up.
Okay, all right.
We go, I think, for the first time. I don't remember picking a game from this league before.
Okay.
Trinidad and Tobago Premier League.
Whoa. No, we have not.
No,
this one was mine.
No.
Police FC hosting Defense Force FC.
Wow.
We don't have odds. John, do not look.
Why not?
Don't. Plus 100,
Just
draw
save your
plus
computer.
125, Defense Force.
John
plus
already sunk his cell phone once today.
There are people who visit questionable adult sites who have fewer viruses than you have on your computer.
That is accurate. Police, I did find out from doing this that there are multiple police FCs around the world.
There are plenty of police precincts, is what you're saying.
No, there are plenty of clubs called Police FC around the world in various countries.
I think we did this in Malaysia or something.
All right, we've had Police FC on the board before, but not this one.
Because we also had Army.
Ricky nailed this. We've definitely picked those 2 teams in like 5 other countries.
Yes.
That is 100%
I don't remember another Defense Force exactly. I know we've had
we've had
Defense of Justice, right?
We've had similar, but no, we've had literally Police FC.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain.
It was like a, what was it like
Nepal Premier League. That's what it was.
Yeah, thank you, D.
Graham's
Graham.
got
You
it.
are correct. The Nepal League had some wild names. Yes, and yes, John's going to have black goo dripping from his phone. That's accurate. Kenya might have one. 110. I don't think we've ever had a prison FC.
Yeah, we did. We
did?
Yes.
Where did we have prison FC?
We had a prison FC. It was like it was like a Kenyan league. I think it
might be Nepal again.
It was like
Nepal's
the Kenyan league or something
league.
like that. It was like the prison leopards or something like that.
Huh. Oh, I do have an update on our friends, the Kakamega Homeboys.
Yeah.
They're in first place.
Oh, there we go.
They're killing it.
Cook it.
Yeah, they're killing
Cook it.
All right. Police
Prison FC, also known as Prison Service Football Club, is based out of Trinidad and Tobago.
I got plenty for you.
Tanzania
There's a bunch
prisons.
of yes. Thank you, 110.
On it.
Okay, so Friday, Police FC and Defense Force FC. I did the deep dive. Here you go. Police FC were founded in 1975, created as a way for police officers and associated personnel to engage in football. I mean, makes sense.
They've won the longest yard, but with a better script.
Yeah, they've won the national title on multiple occasions, 79, 91, 94. They were the runners-up in the CONCACAF Champions Cup in 1991. They're based in St. James, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. Their home ground is known as the Police Barracks Ground.
Wow.
I mean, come on. That makes sense. Oh, there was a defense force in Ethiopia.
Yes.
You have a lot of people who are involved with the police or,
Alex, good
whatever.
God, Alex.
Pelé and Sly Stallone did play for Prison FC. That's correct. Here's the thing that I was very happy to find out, Jarrett, and I'm sure you did not pick this for this reason. Jovan Jones plays for Police FC.
Jesus Christ. What?
Now he plays for it. I've got another one for the other team that you're not going to believe either.
Don't do this.
Jovan Jones plays for Police FC right now. Defense Force FC. They were established.
Don't ever tell me we're not the most unhinged soccer
Oh, we definitely
weekly podcast.
Defense Force is 1 year older. They represent the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, the country's Army, Navy, and Air Force personnel. They won 15 titles in 22 years between 74 and 95. They've won the CONCACAF Champions Cup twice, 78 and 85. They did the treble in 85. They are known as their nickname, the Teteron Boys. Teteron is slang in Trinidad and Tobago for someone in uniform.
Okay.
Makes sense. Currently playing for Defense Force FC.
Oh, my God.
Kevin Molino. He plays for Defense Force FC. Jovan Jones versus Kevin Molino. MLS
2020
throwback.
MLS playoff legend Kevin Molino, who single-handedly was winning games for Minnesota in the 2020 playoff until Inchy spit the bit in Seattle.
Oh, he choked. He didn't make any subs.
And Rui Diaz just came
Oh.
back and absolutely beat his ass with a studded belt.
Kevin Molino's 35 years old.
They are, Ricky. After this show, Seattle and Minnesota are in fact playing a real soccer game.
They are.
See, we understand that you could be tuning into any soccer show right now.
You could
be tuning into something where you can hear about proper player. We understand. You don't want to hear about who's a proper player and who's not. You want in-depth information.
Yep.
Who else is going this far down the rabbit hole for you?
Nobody.
You could find a show and hear about all the bitching about Atlanta United's new managerial search, or about the issues with the MLS playoff format, or USL's striving.
Yes.
For
nobody's talking about Jovan Jones and Kevin Molino.
No one.
No one's talking about them, and no one's talking about an insurance team out of Africa with a pinhead crest.
No.
With a pinhead badge, yes.
The pinhead badge of the prison, the prison tigers and whatnot. Like who else?
It's madness.
I defy you.
It's soccer over there.
Yes.
I defy you.
We're here for you. We do this for you.
That's true.
Yeah. Let me.
You're doing this now on your phone as
we
well.
We love you.
Well, no, I was looking at how badly my fantasy team is.
Why are you looking at that, John? Your team's bad.
Yeah, they are. But I now have 5 picks in the first 24 next
That doesn't help you. That's next year. We're into the match week 3 in Trinidad and Tobago. I think there was some weird funding or strike or something, like some weird reason.
What a shock.
Right now, I mean, welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. Prisons FC is leading with 2 wins. They are +5 on the goal differential. They've scored 1 more goal than Police FC, who are also with 2 wins. Club Sando Moruga is also with 2 wins.
Hey, look, it's a lot like America. Prisons and police are at the top of the list.
Prisons and the police are at the top. Defense Force is 7th. Sorry, Nick. They have 2 draws.
Some of those that work horses are the same that serve crosses.
Okay, so
shift in domestic policy.
League CEO
Will wants the Algerian 5th league.
Yes, Yale League CEO Yale Antoine.
Yes,
also has said the league has every intention of starting promotion and relegation at the end of this season. However, this promotion and relegation, according to Trinidad and Tobago Newsday,
yes,
could take on a unique look as both on-field and off-field performance
yeah,
will
that's
be weighed
typical.
in.
That happens. That's Mexico. Like they did that. Other countries do that, where you have to meet certain standards to get promoted. That's not crazy. We'll see if Defense Force cannot get relegated. I mean, I would hope that they don't.
Yeah,
that'd be bad.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
All right, we need to pick stuff. This is like
I've got people expecting me home before too terribly long.
Yeah, we got.
They don't know I'm here, so it's kind of like
no, it wasn't a car crash.
Find my phones,
Ricky. It was not a car crash sounder. It might have been a car crash outside.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
It was,
I think it was just squealing.
Yes.
John, what are you picking? Police force or defense force?
F the police. Defense
Wow,
force.
we just said that. I didn't expect that.
90s West Coast coming into play.
John is not 90s West Coast.
Reigning
90s.
champs defense force. Go back to back here.
Okay.
Woo.
You're going defense force. They have dominated the series lately, 7 wins out of the last 10. Nick, what are you picking?
Okay.
Go ahead.
My fellow defense force people.
You have to.
My hand reaches your hand.
I'm reaching out right now from America.
Uh-huh.
I'm reaching across troubled waters. Okay, I need you to step up. I'm a degenerate gambler, and I need you to step up for another member of the uniformed forces, okay? All right? It's not happening here. I need you to do it there, okay? Hard times. Keep me from hard times. Defense force, let's go.
There you go.
Draw. I got to draw. Defense force has 2 draws. They're going to have
Defense
another one.
force is reserved in the stratosphere.
Jarrett, what are you picking?
I'm taking defense force, but I'm also looking up the crests of the clubs in the Algerian 4th and 5th division.
I mean, why not? Stay focused. We got to go to Saturday.
All right.
What is that? Is that a wolf?
I don't know.
It might be a wolf. But we'll probably have them next week. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Saturday, Jarrett picked Inter Miami and Nashville. Game 3. Miami is a -204. The draw is plus 360. The win for Nashville plus 425. These teams aren't very old. There's not a lot of interesting historical facts about them.
No, it's not.
I do.
Just fell down again, by the way.
That's not an interesting historical fact. That's just garbage. Next,
That's just a statement.
That's just a statement of garbage. Remember that when David Beckham did his second deal with the LA Galaxy,
yes,
he got the right to end up making Inter Miami.
Yep.
Now he ended up having to pay more than his clause. That was $25 million, I think, because it took so long. He ended up paying like 70 or something.
Right.
But he did pretty good for himself. I think he did well.
Yeah.
Props to Bex for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Miami's the Herons. That's a really good nickname.
It's a good
needs
nickname.
to be leaned into a little bit more.
It does.
I did not know that the crest's design includes 7 rays on it, representing the Miami area's sunbeams and 7 municipalities of Greater Miami.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I did not either.
Did not know that. Very cool. And yes, the pink has absolutely worked for Miami. I see that jersey every year.
Yeah, 100%.
They having Messi helps too, but
yes.
Yeah, the pink jersey has been a success. Nashville. Now, you might not know all this about Nashville. Jarrett, you know it because you're a sicko. You probably know it. You guys probably know this.
Yeah.
Nashville started as an NPSL team called Nashville FC in 2013.
Yeah.
They were NPSL. They played the Atlanta Silverbacks Reserves. They played Chattanooga FC. They were in that region. They played at Vanderbilt. Atlanta Silverbacks Reserves played in the football stadium at Vandy because that was where Nashville FC started. Local fans raised money, community ownership shares. They treated truly grassroots club. Then in 2016, you got some new investors to come in and buy it and turn it from FC to SC and go into USL.
Was Devender part of FC?
No. Devender was before that, Nashville Metros.
By the way,
which was separate.
My dad is playing with Devender.
That's awesome.
This coming weekend in a soccer tournament. Over 60.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's amazing. Devender did so much for Nashville soccer that gets lost now. The Metros were a great club with very little money that kept putting good product on the field.
Yeah.
Did a great job. They raised the bar for this to happen. Nashville SC, their first match as Nashville SC was against Atlanta United in the baseball stadium in Nashville.
Oh, that was so
One of my favorite second third division players in history, Rapapa Mensah.
Rapapa Mensah was with Nashville.
Yeah, the Navy SEALs were training along the second baseline.
Yeah. That was
Ricky's correct. That was the game where they tried to play a back pass and it hit a puddle and just stopped and Joseph walked up and just knocked it in.
Yeah. That was the first game I called with Mike Conti.
Yes.
That was the first preseason game that we were involved in broadcasting in 2018. They killed it. They did really well. And they went from being a grassroots nothing to an MLS team by 2020. They are called the Boys in Gold, which Soccer for Good OG says, I think it's ridiculous that the Nashville radio guys can call them the Boys in Gold. Their shirts are yellow.
It's the Green Bay Packers thing where it's like, it's gold. No, it is yellow.
Some lean into yellow, some lean into gold. I never know which way to go
Like
until somebody says.
It's the
golden
Southern thing.
rod?
You can't say you're yellow in the South.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you're yeller. Coward.
Don't ever play a drinking game on how many times they use
Yeah.
that term.
Nope.
Yes. Our friend Lucas, friend of the show,
Yes.
they lean into that nickname.
Yes, they
Okay.
Big
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Okay.
You do not do the drinking game because you will be underwater by the 30th minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always enjoy when we get to call unified games, and Nashville's got a unified team. They've done great work with their unified program because then I get to tweak it to the boys and girls in gold, and I always do that multiple times.
Yes.
I very much enjoy it.
Yes.
There we go.
Their crest has sound wave patterns, which is Music City, USA.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Miami's dominated the last 10 games, 7 wins over Nashville. The only win for Nashville in the last 10, the last one.
Yep.
Jarrett, what are you picking?
I'm taking Miami. I'm taking Miami. I'll tell you right now, I'm taking Miami to get to the cup because I think Messi is going, especially as this gets more into a knockout round after this fun format is done. I think Messi is going to drag them as far as he can for his boys, since this is the farewell tour.
They're going to have to go on the road in the next round. No,
I know.
Yeah, they would in the next round, right?
Yeah.
Who are they going to go to in the conference semifinal?
Oh God. Shit. Let me look it up.
Did they go to Philly?
Yeah, the 2-3. That's right.
No, Philly was 1.
Yeah. No, Philly was 1 because Philly was Supporter Shield.
And Miami was 4. So Miami will have to go to Philly.
Yeah, so the 1-4.
Yeah.
And oh dear God,
Uh-huh.
I need that game.
Well, it's no. It's
Messi might
no. As the
Messi might whip wholesale ass in that game physically if it gets close late.
John, what do you have?
3-6 and the 2-7. So it's Hell is Real winner.
Okay. So Miami got to 3rd. I forgot.
Yeah, Miami got the 3, so it's the winner of
Kinda
Hell is Real.
Not gonna lie, kind of checked out on the Eastern Conference table a long time ago before the season ended. Just saying.
Can't imagine why.
It's okay.
I definitely did. And now we have Madison Cruz joining the show.
We understand why. It's okay.
Maddie, you've missed a
You
crest.
missed some shit.
Pinhead. You've missed the team that has a crest with a happy shark and a happy dolphin on it.
Yes.
You've missed all kinds of things, but we are only to Saturday on Picks of the Week. So I will let you pick Miami and Nashville right now.
Oh, Miami.
Yeah, that's
Miami. Done. Yeah,
I'm
it's Miami.
going Miami as well.
I think
Maddie,
Miami's going to knock it out. And Miami's going to go in home and they're going to say, oh, you want blood? All right, we got it. Let's go. I think it'll be a good game. If it goes to penalties, I'll be shocked. I think Miami's going to get it done.
You want numbers? I got numbers.
No,
we have numbers. We already said numbers.
Okay.
We have numbers on MLS, John. It's the Nigerian Premier League that we don't have, and the Albanian league that we don't have the odds for. That
Maddie,
now
check-
your tablet has so many viruses.
Don't. Yeah, just make sure that it's not connected to my phone whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't,
Please.
not ever.
Maddie, check the chat. I put the crests in there that you need to see.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now they're I got them. I can put them up on the screen.
Look, just give me Miami. Just give me Miami.
Yeah.
This is. I've got to get home in 5 minutes. So give me Miami.
One more time for you. Bendel Insurance.
Oh
FC.
my God, why are you doing this?
You're
Yes.
going to have nightmares with that thing, man.
Yes. That is amazing. She's broken. So now you have to see the happy logo there
Is she
because it's
enough
great.
for this? Like, she's not emotionally broken enough for this. She hasn't lived enough traumatic years in her life.
Look at the happy shark and dolphin. Rivers
Oh,
United.
wait. Okay, that's fun.
See, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Like that.
Miami's got.
Wow. Will says
Messi-
Miami's going to choke in game 3 2 years.
Yeah.
I know.
Not this
I
year.
say no.
Not this year.
It
Not
would
against
be
Messi.
genuinely
Wow.
hilarious if it happened.
Nah,
And
it's
Messi might
would
kill
laugh.
people.
It would be hilarious. I don't think it's going to happen.
not going to happen. Miami. John, pick
Miami.
Miami. Okay.
Oh God, now I feel bad about my pick.
Yeah. It's Messi's going to overcome that.
Yeah.
Messi's
God.
got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
God.
Sunday, we got 2 massive games, 2 of the biggest games in the world. We're going to start in England. Manchester City hosting Liverpool. England. City minus 118, draw plus 300, Liverpool plus 275. I did not know this about Manchester City. They were formed in 1880 as a church team created to help curb social unrest and alcoholism in the area.
Well, good for them.
How'd that
That's
work
pretty
out for
good.
you?
Good for
They
them.
did a good
They
job.
tried.
They do great work
They
in the community.
tried.
Why do you have to be like that, John? Good grief.
They made an attempt.
They have great community programs, some of the oldest in English football.
I remember when they had cooks on the front of their shirts.
Yeah.
Julian Lescott was the signing that turned the tide.
Absolutely, it was.
They were the first Manchester team to win a major honor. They won the FA Cup in 1904. They then got relegated a bunch of times. Then they came back. Then they used the name Citizens and Sky Blues, and now they are what they are. They're monsters.
Yes.
Liverpool, they were founded in 1892 after a dispute between Everton's committee and Anfield's landlord, John Holding. So Everton left Anfield, and Holding just created his new team.
On the other side of the park.
Yeah, and that's Liverpool. They joined the Football League 1 year later. They won promotion to the top flight 3 years later. They're known as the Reds. We know that. Red for danger, red for power is what Bill Shankly said. That's okay. I agree with that. He won a whole bunch of stuff. Recent history. Liverpool's dominated it. 5 wins in the last 10. City's won twice. 3 have ended in draws. City last beat Liverpool in 23. City have won 5 of their last 6 in all competitions. Yeah. Liverpool have won 2 of their last 8 in all competitions. John, what are you picking?
I agree, Will.
City.
You're picking City. Nick.
Okay. Give me the last. Because I never watched England.
England.
Oh, God.
Maddie's like,
Jesus Christ.
England.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, my child.
Okay. All right. So, I'll take Liverpool. I don't want to pick the plucky upstarts.
This don't
poisoning me. It's like, do you want moldy bread or do you want stale milk? This is what this game is to me.
Wow.
Nick's not a fan of the
No,
it is too mainstream, but we had so many non-mainstream things. We needed some balance, Will.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Did we?
I needed another Big 5 game.
Did we need the BT Sport?
Yeah, we have to follow the rules.
I needed another Big 5 game. Jarrett went completely off the board with his picks. I had to go somewhere.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Give me the vibe. The vibe is Liverpool. Yeah, give me Liverpool.
Oof.
Wow. Oh God.
Okay.
I'm going City. Maddie?
It pains me, but it's City.
It pains you? Why does it pain you?
I don't like City. I'm not a fan of City.
You're more of a fan of Liverpool?
I mean, no, I don't like either of them. If either of them could lose, I'd be fine with that.
No, fair enough. You didn't pick the draw, though.
You not see the Newcastle? Yeah, but I'm being realistic with the picks.
See, that's John. You should listen to that because she's way ahead of you on the picks.
Yeah.
So yes, you should listen to that. Be
I
realistic
don't want to pick City. I don't want to pick City, but I know they're gonna win. It's
that's strategy that works, John.
Jarrett,
what do you think? City? All right. Let's go.
I'm taking one bald man over the other bald man.
I'm going to get yelled at when we get home. Let's move to Boca.
That's fine. I'm trying.
Good
the last
Lord.
game I picked, Boca and River, the Super Classico from Argentina.
We're trying to go fast and we run into this.
Boca plus 132, draw plus 175, River plus 250. Boca.
Jason's got a Ken Burns documentary lined up.
I do. Boca, founded 1905 by Italian immigrants, mainly from Genoa, in the La Boca neighborhood of Buenos Aires. Working class port district, dock workers, craftsmen. They played their first game near there. They ended up picking blue and gold because they said that they're going to adopt the colors of the next ship to come into the port. And they were flying a Swedish flag. So they got blue and yellow. That worked.
Good for them.
It worked out well for them.
Worked out well.
They picked out juniors to try to sound more cosmopolitan as part of their name. Their stadium is known as the Chocolate Box, La Bombonera. It's straight up. It's crazy.
Awesome.
One side is straight up. It's
so awesome.
It's insane. It literally shakes when Boca scores.
Correct.
Diego Maradona's family now still has the box that was his, that you can find videos of him hanging out of it and his daughter holding him so he doesn't fall into the stands because he was insane.
And now the number of cutaways is usually 3 or 4 of her in the box.
So many different legendary players, including Maradona and Tevez and Riquelme, have all come through there. Their nickname, Los Genoese, it comes from the Genoese dialect word for Genoans. It's a tribute to the Italian founders.
Yep.
La Boca was heavily populated from immigrants from Genoa. At the turn of the century, it stuck. So super working class identity, gritty, all that. River. That's what they said. They're River fans.
Yes.
River were founded in 1901. Same neighborhood, but River went uptown. They left.
Yeah.
They were literally from the same neighborhood. They got their name because they saw the phrase "the River Plate" on shipping crates from England. It's an English translation of Rio de la Plata, which is right there. And they said, we're going to try to sound cosmopolitan as well. We're going to be River Plate. Rival said it was too foreign. It stuck. They did okay. 1923, they moved uptown. They went to Nunez. They had big ticket sales. They had ambitious owners. They earned the nickname Los Millonarios, the millionaires. They paid record transfer fees going back to the 30s. They were the first team that spent all the crazy money. Boca stayed in the working class area. River went uptown. Their stadium is awesome. That's not where they're playing this game. Or no, sorry, it is where they're playing this game. It's 83,000 seats. It's El Monumental. It's a national symbol. It's where Argentina plays most of their matches. Their teams in the past, they inspired one of the guys that you like a lot, Valery Lobanovsky.
Yes.
They inspired Johan Cruyff. They took River's system and said it's kind of a predecessor to what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. Fascinating. 4 Copa Libertadores. They won the last one in 2018. They beat Boca. This rivalry is so crazy. They couldn't play the second game in Argentina. They had to move it to another continent.
Yep. Yeah.
Another blanking continent.
Yes, another continent. Marcelo Gallardo won that. It was chaos. There were things being thrown. We were watching all of it for hours. The bus got attacked, which probably got leaked. It was crazy. This game is nuts. First time they played it was 1913. River won 2-1. Last time they played it, River won 2-1.
Sensing a trend.
River fans called Boca fans. So this goes back to the uptown, downtown sort of thing. River fans started calling Boca fans bosteros, which is literally manure men. And Boca fans said, okay, cool, we're the bosteros. Yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
Bring it. Yes. Boca are pretty good this year, although they started really bad. Yep. They're leading Group A in the Clausura. They're level on points with Union, but ahead on goal difference. River, not good. No. They are 6th in Group B. They have won 4 of the last 6 against Boca, though, including the 2-1 win in April. That loss cost Fernando Gago his job. River, though, have lost 4 consecutive matches at El Monumental. Club worst streak not seen since 1926. Yeesh. Marcelo Gallardo could be fired if they don't win this match. I did not get into the Gallina's nickname. There were too many nicknames and too many stories. I had to cut it down a little bit. The Gallinas, the Roosters, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm getting it right. The best thing about that nickname, because that's what River was Carlos Tevez scoring a goal and doing a chicken dance and getting sent off and starting a brawl because he did the chicken dance. All right, Maddie, I have your pick. Go ahead and tell everybody what you picked.
Yeah, Boca.
Okay. They're in better form, but this rivalry doesn't always go by form. Jarrett, what are you picking?
Throw the records out. I'm going to go Boca here too. Well, I'm going to go Boca as well, and just more pressure heaped on Gallardo.
I think he's gone if they don't win. Yeah. I think he's out. I think he might choose to be out. Yeah.
John, that might be we're going to tell you to leave. We're going to let you make it look good.
Yeah, they would let him have the ability to leave.
Yeah.
You're picking Boca as well, John.
Boca.
Nick.
I was about to scream Boca Juniors at the top of my lungs, and then I decided after everyone here started picking. This is at Monumental, yeah?
Yep, it is River at home. They have lost 4 in a row at home for the first time since 1926.
I'm going to make this very quick because I got to get the hell out of here.
Okay, you can leave and do a mic drop.
River Plate. You are the Millonarios. Yeah? Millonarios.
You're going against your Italians.
The biggest house on the biggest hill on the biggest side of town. You better be Ric Flair walking in there with the 40 pounds of gold. And if you don't have it, you better pretend like you do.
You're picking against your Italians.
I'm not picking against the Italians.
You are.
Look, I'm picking smart money.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm picking smart money. What happens if I pick Boca and all of you guys are right?
Oh, now you're doing John's logic.
That's right, because I'm picking Boca Juniors too.
You're picking Boca?
Before Nick leaves, look at my new addition, Nick. To my little sparkle.
What do you have back there?
Do you see
There's 20,000 back there.
AC Milan? Do you not see it?
Beautiful. There it is. Right there. Beautiful. Exceptional addition to your collection. Look,
yes, I see.
Look at that. Right. Yes. It's right there.
Very nice.
Boca, baby, don't let me down.
I'm picking River, and it pains me. I do think they're going to turn the streak around. I've tried to avoid picking between these two teams because it divides the country.
Oh, yeah.
That's why Defensa became my team.
Yep.
But I think River is going to find a way. It's probably going to be nasty. We do have the prop bet, Nick, the number of fouls in the match. Boca and River.
34.
Jesus.
I mean, no, that's just slightly high. That's not insane.
No.
34. Maddie, you picked 15.
Can I actually change it now? Hold on. I didn't know we were going wild. Can I change it?
You can. It's River Boca. Anything can happen.
27.
Nick's out.
27.
See you, Nick.
27.
27 for Maddie.
Yeah.
Jarrett, what are you picking?
I was going to take 32.
32?
Yes.
John?
Oh, let's see. I'm going to go 19.
Will's not wrong. We're only counting fouls that get called, not the fouls.
Yes. Yes.
And that's why I went with the low number.
I'm going to pick 22.
Sure.
Ricky has a good question. Is Atlanta United a river-leaning club? Have we ever had a Boca player or connection? We've had a bunch of river connections. Pitti, Santi. I don't think we've had a Boca connection.
With Boca?
With who?
Was Manuel Castro ever associated with Boca?
No, he was on loan from Estudiantes.
Yeah, but I'm my brain wants to think he was a part of their academy at some point.
No, he's Uruguayan. I don't think he had went through Boca.
Okay.
I don't remember
right.
a Boca connection. LGP was a River guy. I don't remember any. Lanús was Marcelino. God, I miss Marcelino. I don't remember one. Ibarra was Argentinos. Marcelo Gallardo's kid, Matias. He went to Instituto after leaving here. Barco was Independiente, then went to River. So I'm thinking of people before they got here, Ricky, in terms of that connection. I don't think we've ever had a Boca connection.
No, Boca has wanted Atlanta players, but they have not had players from Boca.
Boca gets linked to everybody all the time because Boca and River have all the money in Argentina.
Right.
River has more, although there's been these different twists where Boca's had more money and River hasn't been Los Millonarios. But it gets kind of weird with those two. Boca was really bad for a while, and they finally.
There was a tie. Almendara, he was with Boca. There was a tie for a rumor that he was going to come here when Heinze was here.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the only.
He did not, and I don't remember where he. I think he stayed at Boca, and I don't know where he ended up after that. I remember that. Yeah, there were all kinds of wild rumors.
That's the only one that I found.
Will, Lisandro Lopez might have played at Boca at one point for 5 minutes because Lisandro Lopez played for literally everyone in South America.
He did. I don't remember him with Boca. Racing is where he was most known, I think. Nope, no Boca. He was at Racing a lot in various stages. Actually, that's Sarmiento was where he went when he left here. There was a connection, I think, with his family, if I remember right, to go to Sarmiento. And he played 3 more years after leaving here.
Scored 13 goals for Sarmiento.
Yeah, he finished in 24. He's 42 now.
Wow.
But yeah, he played a lot longer than we thought he was going to when he went there.
I will never get over the lack of respect that was showed to that man by the fan base and the media in this city. That shit was unacceptable. That man's a legend. Just because you didn't know his name and he didn't suit up in a top 5 English club shirt, or he didn't suit up for River, or didn't suit up for a Brazilian team, does not diminish what that man did. And the lack of respect to that man's game and his body of work was diabolical in Atlanta, and everyone should be ashamed.
I would tend to agree with that.
Single one of you.
Except for us, because we had
Wait, who? Sorry, I missed the entire.
Oh, sorry.
Lisandro Lopez. He was here for like 2 games.
Oh! Wow.
That man was a legend.
That brought me, that was a weird, I got flashbacks. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he played it. He played it Porto. He played it Leon.
Yeah, he had a great European career. Was back at Racing.
There is another
family
Lisandro Lopez, yes, who is not nearly as prolific.
Yeah.
It was a family issue.
Yeah.
It was an illness, I think, that he had to
Death of his father.
Yeah.
Terminated his contract. Went to Racing for a little bit, and then he went to Sarmiento and played for a good while.
Yeah.
Retired December last year. So he's been retired for about a year.
The man left to go back home because of the death of his father, and everybody was like, I don't know who this guy is. Meanwhile, everyone was tripping over their own dick to praise Orlando for bringing in Pato back in the day when Pato could not take 5 steps without tearing an Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
There's that. That was a nice imagery, Jarrett. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it happens.
I got really tired of hearing, oh my God, Pato's in Orlando. Great. Did he hurt himself walking to the salad bar? Pato was one of the most explosive and one of the most fun players to watch when he was healthy. It's like Mike Hampton on the mound. I won $5 at one point for betting that Mike Hampton would not make his return start. He went to the bullpen, got loose, and then had to be scratched, and I won $5 off that. Same principle.
All right. The way we always end soccer over there is we check up on the news on Nicholas Bentner and on Mauro Icardi.
Yes.
Nicholas Bentner, there actually is a little bit of news. His name has come up, which is shocking because it hasn't for a while. Maddie, Nicholas Bentner was known as Lord Bentner. He played for Arsenal. He's a great Danish forward. He wasn't quite as great as he thought he was. When we discovered Nicholas Bentner during the first edition of Soccer Over There, he had at one point accumulated so many speeding tickets the government was going to take his car. And I think they did.
Yeah, they did.
He told stories about hiding in a bathroom because he was afraid of Arsene Wenger. He's just a mess. So he kind of got quiet. I think he invested in like an esports team.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
It's better than the speeding tickets.
He's putting his money somewhere. That's good.
So he was asked about Antonio Conte and about Rasmus Højlund going to Napoli. Bentner played for Conte at Juve in 2012, 2013. He said, I immediately thought he was a fantastic coach, very loyal and very honest about Antonio Conte. I admired his killer mentality and relentless desire to win. He knew how to get the best out of his players. I think he can do the same today with my compatriot, Rasmus Højlund, the Danish striker. He talked about how he enjoyed his time at Juve. He said, I had an injury at a very unfortunate time that kept me out for much of the season. Yada, yada, yada. He was always injured. And that's about it. So at least he said something and he didn't do anything dumb.
He also admired Conte's whatever small animal he keeps on the top of his head stapled on.
Well, you definitely should respect that, because if you don't, Conte might break your neck.
Yeah, really?
One of the last stories that came out about Nicholas Bentner was he was docked 2 weeks' wages by Arsene Wenger during his time in Arsenal in the youth system. He said his drink had been spiked. It probably wasn't. He was probably just really drunk. He had his trousers around his ankles leaving a club at 4 a.m. That's why he got fined. But he said his drink was spiked. That's why we started talking about Nicholas Bentner on this show. Mauro Icardi and Wanda, we do not have enough time to try to recap the whole soap opera.
That's lore. That falls into the lore category.
Mauro Icardi is playing in Turkey. He ended up with one of his teammates at Inter's wife, who was also from Argentina, broke up their marriage. It gets better. She was his agent also after this, and not a very good one. He bounced around. He was the one Argentine in the top Argentines in Europe that Lionel Messi's like, no, you're not invited to sit with us. He was basically banished from the cool Argentines. He has bounced around. He is at Galatasaray. He's actually done okay, but he's always hurt because he's getting kind of old at this point. He ended up having an affair with their nanny, and now he's with the nanny full time after his divorce from his agent/wife that he stole from his teammate.
This is just
I think I'm getting it right, actually. I'm actually kind of shocked that I'm remembering all this.
You're getting the dynamic right.
She ended up, now she is one of the hosts of MasterChef in Argentina.
And was it Enzo's DMs, right?
She was in Enzo Fernandez's DMs, allegedly. I think I think maybe verified.
Jason, Maddie can't process all of this. She's breaking down.
This is like an episode of Real Housewives.
It is. Yes. There was one more thing. So it was the Master Chef thing. Oh, she I don't know if she still is. She was dating an Argentine rapper.
Yes,
I know that.
This is Love Island, but like what are we doing?
This has been happening. This is Love Island, but imagine Love Island dragging out for 10 years. Like 10 years.
Oh my god! Like this is this is insane.
Yeah.
So nothing
welcome to the end of
nothing
SOT.
from Mauro as of late. He has been linked because he's out of contract at the end of the year at Galatasaray. He has been linked with Milan. He's been linked with Club America. He has been linked with everybody.
Yes. He's going to end up at like Phoenix in the USL, like
probably
did at the end of his career. Like
probably
Mauro Icardi. Go ahead on.
He owes child support. It sounds like as well.
Yeah, so that'll
that's
keep him
the cherry on top. Great.
He's gonna come here, and you know what? No, they're gonna fire old Bobo up in Pittsburgh, and Mauro Icardi is going to end up in Pittsburgh, lead a coup to try and take over and finance it, and leave in the middle of the night.
Fair enough.
So yeah, Wanda was behind Mauro going from Inter to PSG, and I think he got pushed out when Messi showed up at PSG, if I remember right. But Messi, yeah, she basically
does not suffer him at all.
Yeah, he wanted no part of being around Mauro Icardi. And he got pushed out, and yeah, then it just got bad from there. But I think she just basically wanted to hang out in Paris.
Yes,
so that's why she got her husband/client moved to PSG before they got super big.
Yeah, and the whole Turkey thing, I ain't going.
Well, I think that was more complicated than that by that stage, because there was lots of telenovelas. There were lots of different things about Wanda.
Telenovela.
All sorts of players.
It literally is. Oh my god.
No, it could be. It absolutely should be. Somebody should like just take it and write it.
I'm going to write this script.
Now, she has been rumored somewhat recently to be in a relationship with Achraf Hakimi at PSG, who was a teammate of Mauro Icardi, who's not anymore. That was talked about over the summer, and I don't know where that stands at this point because she's been in Enzo Fernandez's DMs. Here's one that we did not talk about before we brought the show back. She reportedly bought 2 Rolexes for a player she was having an affair with while she was with Mauro with his own credit card.
Awesome.
She used his credit card to buy her cheating guy's Rolexes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's Wanda and Mauro.
I'm writing the telenovela. If y'all want to join me on this project.
You don't have to. It writes itself every week.
I mean, that's the thing, Jarrett. I'm going to make millions, and I don't even have to do anything.
Ricky is correct with the reference. Montoya, por favor. Because, yes. I mean, that is basically the show. Ricky, you are correct, but he turned her into an agent, which is even worse.
Look, give Wanda
don't let her be your agent.
Give Wanda credit. Wanda's been hustling for the last decade and a half.
No, she's hosting MasterChef now after all of this.
That woman is hustling. She's not resting on her laurels.
Yeah. We don't have any of these kind of stories in MLS. We just don't.
Can you
probably for the best.
Imagine?
I don't know. Is it?
Can you imagine?
I don't want them to play here, but if they want to play for Philadelphia or Orlando, that's fine. Or Charlotte. Let Charlotte have the drama.
Where's the Kansas City? That's like
Mauro Icardi go to Charlotte. Can we make this happen?
Oh, that'd be great.
Somebody start a rumor. Like, make it happen. I want Icardi to show up in Charlotte and get into a fight with Zaha.
Oh no, I want Minnesota. Like, let the Minnesota nice people deal with him. Let them have to wrap their minds around what is happening.
Oof.
The current MLS player. Oh God, I
fight
don't
with
know.
Dino and Tepper throws a drink.
Yeah, he probably would.
Dino might rip out his throat.
Also, very possible.
Hide in a bathroom so he doesn't do it.
No, that's Bentner. That's not Dino. Dino, I think, is a little tough. Not on picks of the week, but we will end with this. Your pick for Seattle and Minnesota tonight. Seattle hosting Minnesota. Sounders got to win. Do we get game 3, Maddie?
I forgot that's tonight. I literally was like, I feel like there's something going on tonight that I didn't even know. Yeah, sorry, I just forgot. Hold on. What happened in the last game? Sorry, it was really
Minnesota won in the shootout.
Loons were allergic to the ball.
Oh,
ended
yeah,
up
no,
getting
they
the
were. You're right.
shootout.
That's why it was unforgettable. It was a 0-0.
The Roldans missed in the shootout.
Seattle.
Gressel hit the.
Yes,
It's
but Seattle. Seattle.
I'm picking Seattle to win at home too. I think we get game 3.
I think we get
Seattle wins because Dane St. Clair is distracted by Julian Gressel's bleached hair.
The bleached hair is ridiculous.
Okay, I think I audibly gasped when he checked in, and
I did.
I was like,
when he stepped in, I was literally like, "What is happening?"
No, Alex is right. The Wagatha Christie in DC.
That it wasn't relating to MLS, but yes, it was happening when Wayne was here. That is true. Reynoso for Minnesota definitely had some drama. That is true. I mean, we allegedly had some drama here in Atlanta at one point as well, but not quite to this level at all, thankfully. Felipe from the Red Bulls, I don't remember this level. Yeah, but I don't remember this kind of stuff.
No, he was just a dick. But he's also the kind of dick. I would have taken Felipe Martins on Atlanta United's roster a number of years.
Yeah, also true.
Like, especially you need that level of sumbitch on your team sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
Sometimes you do. Yeah, there's that, Ricky.
And then
all right. That's going to do it.
Yeah, Julian Gressel was the only blonde on Minnesota United currently.
It's bad. That's going to do it for this edition of Soccer Over There because we're going to get kicked out. Your things to remember. So come here to the Brewhouse Cafe and drink an Around the Corner lager. It is our exclusive partnership with the Brewhouse with Nofo Brewing. It's very tasty. Let's see, we even got the glass this time.
Hey.
Got the glass.
There it is.
Yep.
It's got to finish.
It's very good. I'll finish that when we finish the show. So December 5th, the World Cup draw. We will be here all day. There will be specials on Around the Corner Lager. We will have pre-draw coverage. We will have during the draw coverage. We will have post-draw coverage. We'll be collaborating with our friends at Atlanta United as well. All kinds of stuff. It will be a day of fun. Then we'll have Atlanta Soccer tonight from 6 to 7, leading you into the Atlanta Hawks that night. Very, very busy. So that's December 5th. We're here every Monday night for Soccer Over There. You can always join us remotely. You can always join us here at the Brew House as well. You've got SDH AM in the morning. What do you have coming up on the show?
It is Casey White. It is Max Anderson, play-by-play voice of Chicago Fire.
Don't ask him about Jeffrey Gall.
It is, let's see, we have the Trabella group visiting us, and we find out what it's like for a group out of Birmingham, Alabama to start a multi-club organizational model overseas. And then we also have our visit from Jason Stevens talking about UEFA being sued and a new possible PSR in the Premier League.
Yeah, you got all kinds of stuff going on the business side. Jason Stevens is awesome with all of that. We've got all kinds of the usual shenanigans. No press conferences scheduled in Atlanta right now. When we have them, Maddie and I will be there whenever that happens.
Well, and don't forget, if you really want to tune into more chaos, tomorrow at 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus, it's Georgia State hosting Georgia Southern, y'all.
You talk about rivalries. You got Georgia State and Georgia Southern. Maddie and I will be on the call for that one, 7 o'clock, ESPN Plus. State trying to play spoiler a little bit to Georgia Southern.
Can we throw the records out?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay.
Always.
Thank you.
Yes.
Georgia State has dominated that rivalry as of late. A lot. I think one win in the last 10.
Alex is right. State, not Southern.
Yes, Georgia Southern has been very good this season.
Alex has emotional investment in that, and for good reason. So.
Well, we do too. Call a lot of Georgia State games. So, there's that. It'll be a little unhinged tomorrow night. It's decision day in the Sun Belt. We will be on the call on ESPN Plus. That's tomorrow at 7. John's on at 9:05 in the morning. That'll do it for this edition of Soccer Over There. Adios, y'all.